Oh, shit. There's nothing that people love more than shitty live streams. God, fucking. See, I was trying to do a burp gag. I was trying to do a burp gag. Right, but I couldn't do because the Diet Coke that I'm apparently drinking is not burp worthy enough. So, this live stream is just going to be to go over the tricks that I did this week that I think need a little bit more detail. And I'm going to go over those. And hold up, let me try to get a good one in. Hold up, let me see. Let me see if I can get a good one in here. Hold up. Yeah, that's a shitty one. So let me go make sure that everything here is working fine. Yes, it does. So there's a couple different things here that I do want to go over in terms of this week's tricks, and then maybe might answer questions that you guys have. Just just because, fucking, because this is what we do, right? This is the only thing that keeps you from hanging yourself in apparent suicide. So first things first. This week, there were a couple tricks that I do want to talk about in terms of just general tricks. And I am going to put this live stream up later, but for a little while. What I'm going to do now, because I'm a piece of shit and I'm a shill, is that the live streams are going to go up on the channel maybe, a couple days, for a couple days, and then they're going to be archived on Patreon because I'm a dickhead. So you could go there if you want to check. Hold up, I'm going to burp this out. Hold up. This could happen. Ah, fucking, god damn it. All right, so yeah, so I'm going to put those up there if you want to see them later. But as far as the tricks from this week, so the first thing that I put up was, what would red bone sound like if it was a magic trick? Apparently, I'm a fan of old memes. Oh, there you go. Fucking kill me. I'm a fan of old memes because that meme was dead by 3 weeks. And of course, I put up the video this week, which is why that video, I don't think it's gotten that many clicks on it yet, but that was a hard video to shoot. But let's see. The other thing was the Warrior Horse deck review. So I don't know if you guys know this, but in Barnes & Nobles, that's a store in America, for those of you that are retarded. In Barnes & Nobles, they're starting to sell more and more of the Theory 11 decks. So you could find these steampunk cards there, where you could even find other more complicated decks that you would have to buy in stores. So one of the decks that I bought was this Dark Horse deck, and I did the review on the channel because I think these cards needed to be reviewed. They are pretty bad. They are pretty bad. That's why they were cheap. Usually the decks in Barnes & Nobles go for $10 for like a good quality one. And this one goes for $3.95. And it makes sense as to why this one would be $3.95, because the design on this card is fucking horrendous in every single way. So I don't understand why somebody would go out of their way to purchase these. Obviously, I bought them just because I was thinking that maybe the Dark Horse was on both sides. I obviously was on too much cough syrup to notice the back design on these. But yeah, it's a one-way design. They're hard to bend. Like these cards, by comparison, yes, this is an older deck, but these cards bend. They bend pretty well. Let's see if I could do that. There you go. See, I could do that with these cards. No problem. With these cards, they're pretty bad. But I mean, they do have the general bicycle stock, so they're good. But as far as if you have the option to purchase them, I suggest watching a compilation of cum shots than just buy these. So yeah, unfortunately, I wouldn't go for these if you had the option. So that's the first video that I put up the week, apart from the red bone tutorial. If you haven't seen a red bone video, you got to watch that, because I spent too much fucking time trying to get that right in one take for it not to be watched by at least every single person in the planet. So that's that. Then the next thing was the card at numbers. So, oh boy, that's what I'm talking about right there. Let me see if I get another good burp in. Hold up. Let's see if I could do this. Hold up. Oh, fuck yeah. That's what I'm talking about. That's some quality ASMR. Fucking kill me. So, as far as the trick the other trick that was concerned. Let me see these comments before I move along, because I feel like most of them are low-key pig speaker, could live stream better. Thank you, Jeremy. You are a cunt by every single means possible. So as far as the trick, there is one person that I really enjoys Magic, and he does the most simple shit, is John Kerry from England. He comes up with the most fucking amazing shit, pretty much without any sort of, you know, difficult sleight of hand. He makes shit so fucking easy that it's ridiculous. So one thing about John Kerry is that I've noticed a lot of his shit, he has the invisible card plot, meaning that they pretend to take the card out of the deck and then they put it back and the card's in the deck. Oh my god, it's in the deck. Oh, it's in the deck. So that sort of shit. So this is just a continuation of that idea, and it's a really old force that I think I saw first in 202 Ways of Forcing a Card, that old ass book. So it's the standard force. So if you have the force card on top, you have them name any number between 1 and 10, and then you very condescendingly tell the spectator, oh, that's great, number 5, what I want you to do is deal 5 cards just like this onto the table, and then look at this card, and then that's your card. Can you do that? Of course. What does that do? That puts the top card into 5th position, right? So when they deal 5 cards, and then they look at the original top card. It's that idea, only done with the a card picked beforehand. So it's pretty much that force. But what I did want to drop some hot tips on is the half pass. So the half pass is a more complex move. It's a more complex move that I think deserves more notes, more touches on it. So the half pass, for those of you that are actually legitimately autistic, is a move where you are pretty much going to turn over a portion of the deck secretly. Of course, you don't want to do this openly. That defeats the point of Magic. So, for example, if you want to half pass the bottom card, the way that it looks is like this. That's what it looks like raw. That's what it looks like without a condom. So if you want to do it, obviously you're going to need to do some cover. So let me drop some hot tips here. You have a pinky break on the bottom card here, right? And what's going to happen is your finger is going to curl underneath your forefinger, and this is kind of what turns over the card. Now, obviously, if you do it that way, people are going to see it. So how do you cover it, Pancake? You do a half pass followed by a little rotation. Obviously, this isn't a move that could be burned by the spectator unless you turn the deck this way, of which case, you know, then you look kind of awkward. But what it is, it's a move that could be done very well if hidden under some sort of context. So what I mean by that is, in the context of the trick, if you remember, you had the spectator pick a card. Let's say they pick this one right here. You control it to the top via your favorite pass. Maybe you could do some sort of weird cuts that are appropriate in your country. Seen by most of these comments. Let me see what the Pig Cake probably pressed the wrong button on his keyboard and he's probably jacking off right now. That's good quality commentary here. Thank you guys for the good quality commentary that is prevalent in every single one of these live streams. I can't get enough of the not only the cunt comments, the request to shout your channel out. Also, can't get enough of the amazingly disgusting conversation you guys have between each other. Let's like this one about me having hard fuck misspelled. So as I was saying, the last trick, you have a card control to the top. I'm going to leave it face up for explanation here. So that card is control to the top, and then you tell the spectator to imagine they're moving the card out of the deck, and they name any number between 1 and 20. Let's say they name 10, right? They name 10, so they're going to deal these cards onto your hand. So they deal 10 cards. Let's pretend this is 10 cards. It's not, but let's pretend. So you tell them, sir, would it be amazing if this is your card right here? Would it be amazing if that's your card? Of course, they're going to go, yeah, that's amazing. Oh, my God, sit on my face. Then you turn it over and you go, you're fucking retarded because you took your card out of the deck. Remember, it's invisible. While their attention is on this card, that is when you do the half pass. Yes, that's when you do the half pass. So it's well covered. So there needs to be a context for the half pass. If you could do a half pass and it's invisible, by all means do it. But most people don't. So this is a good way to cover it. And obviously, now when this card goes on top, then it's in the position. But yeah, that's what I'm talking about. Yeah, hot burping action here. So I mean, that's pretty much the tips on that. But this invisible card plot, you don't need to do the half pass. You could just do the original force of them dealing the cards one at a time to your hand, and then having them put it back, obviously, there, and putting this on top. You don't even need to do the reverse section. All that matters is the little reverse card plot that's hot. So that's a really, really good trick and easy to do. I know a lot of people typically complain, oh, this magic's too hard. I can't do a spread call without me having an aneurysm. So that's an easy hot trick you could do to make sure that your friends and family know that you're fucking retarded. So it's a good trick, honestly. So definitely check that out if you can. Oh damn, people dropping hot dollars on pig cake. Stop. No, don't throw money at me. Stop it. Fuck. That's sarcasm. Let's see the first one here. Adam Robson. Dude, what is this, man? Coke. That's thank you. I appreciate it, dog. $2. Too hotness. I think you need some Coke. I always do. Obviously not the cocaine way, because drugs are bad for you. So the next one here, Senna Reid. I got booked for a wedding gig in the end of August and successfully did my walk around pub gig. You know what you should do? If you are a confident enough magician that you're not relying on, for example, like let's say you could afford to fuck up a gig. Try to do a gig using pig cake patter. Try to do that and see how that works. So, you know, say cunt. So that'd be that. Some people should try that. But Senna Reid, yeah, I appreciate it, man. I'm glad I make you more confident. And really, the thing that's gonna make you the most confident is practice. Practice. That's what makes you the most confident. And when you could do something without thinking about it to the point where it's almost autistic, honestly, that's when you're good. And I'm glad that I've at least helped you out a little bit with my retardation. So I appreciate that, dog. That's going to turn into, what will $10 turn into? What is $10 going to turn into? It's going to turn into a probably, okay, what's the thing that all rappers are drinking now? Lean. You get some cough syrup, you put it in a cup, you put some ice, you put some Jolly Ranchers, and then you drink it, and then you turn all, you could rap apparently. So let's see. Let me see these. So, okay. So the first trick, that's the invisible card. I already mentioned that. It's a hot trick. I'm glad you could do that. Let me see this. Let me see if there's something else that might be enticing. What else about that trick? Let me read these comments here before it goes too far. But once again, thank you. That's hot. I appreciate Adam Robson and Senna Reid. Let me see. These cards are dirty as fuck. Yeah, I haven't bought new ones. These are the Steam ones from Bicycle. What do you call this? The Steam Punk cards from Bicycle. They're good, but these are old as shit. The reason I got these is because I was doing this. Let me see if I can do the cut. The cut, if I could recall correctly, is this. That I was trying to get it down. The one from Ramsey's channel. And I was using these old cards because I think they're good. Let me see if I could do it with the Revolution cut. Yeah, I've been just doing that because I'm a basic bitch. So these cards are pretty old, but they do stick together, so they're good for the whole cuntistry shit that people are so hot about. Hashtag cuntistry. Hashtag cuntistry. You get that in there. So let's read these. Can you explain the Brouwer bottom palm from Expert Card Technique? Which one? I know they have a couple palms in the book, but I don't typically. The palm that I just like is the cop. That's the bottom palm. Oh wait, here comes another one. Oh shit. That was like a dilapidated burp. But I just like doing a cop from the bottom if I'm gonna do one. There's also a bunch of other palms from the bottom, but I mostly prefer that one. My favorite one is this Marlowe palm. That it's just the most open shit you could do. So you have this card, and then supposedly it looks like you're putting it in the middle, but you're putting it right into palm. That's a great fucking palm. That's from one of Marlowe's palm books. But let's see. Let me go through these. I'm watching from Bulgaria. Holy shit, man. Shout out from Rusev. Fucking Rusev here on the chat, apparently. Oh, Rusinov. That's funny. Close enough. Close fucking enough. So let me see these. Butt chug that coke. I'm pretty sure I died. What's that? There used to be a show that you would put that people would talk about how they died. Not people, obviously, they'd be dead, but the people that would die in weird situations. One of them tried to ingest beer in their asshole. They get drunk faster. Fucking retards. Could you show different ways to do a fan? Yeah, you know what the worst part is? I've been practicing this pressure move by Dan and Dave a lot. I've been practicing it a lot. So I've actually been having a harder time doing pressure fans because I'm so used to doing this shit now that it's become very hard. But as far as fans, you need to be consistent. If you want to do a fan with an older deck like this, that looks like it's been pretty much through a Shane Diesel porn shoot, then what you need to do is a pressure fan, because you could do a pressure fan with any quality deck. Again, I've been learning this I've been doing this so much that I've actually forgotten how to do a fucking pressure fan. But I could do this. I could do that now. So kill me. Let's see some other hot shit here before I move along to the next trick. Okay, all right. Some hot comments here about Seaman. Great job. Thank you. But yeah, this is definitely a really fucking worn out deck. But I mean, I don't care. That was a fart that escaped from my mouth. I think that's what burps are. They're mouth farts. Fucking. Let's see. Okay, so next trick here before I move along. So I already talked about card at number. The next, that's a hot one. The next one was the card trick tutorial. I'm going to try to make it a point to make the most pointless, useless titles in the history of Magic YouTubers. For example, card trick tutorial, Gone Normal is one of them here. So this trick is actually one of my favorites. It's going to go on that playlist soon. But this is you could do this, you don't have to have the deck set up. It could be mixed. It could be shuffled. It's one of those situations. So you're having a card peeked at. And the peak here is a really good one. So you're doing the classic step peak here. So let's say you do this thing. They call stop wherever they want. Let's say it's that King of Hearts. You keep a pinky break there. So this is a good peak here. What you're going to do is you're going to say, oh, sir, what I want you to do is imagine the card right here. Imagine you can see the card. But what that's done is that it's stepped the deck here to the right, I guess. So as you turn the deck over and touch your fingers in a very PG fashion, you're starting from the bottom and going all the way to the top, because that way what happens is that if you could actually you move the card to your eye line. If you fucking are just looking at cards, they're gonna know that your eyes jump to this. So if you do this thing, you put this card in your eye line, so you get a peek at it, and then you could have them shuffle the deck, and you already know it's the King of Hearts. So the good thing about this trick is that you're doing the switch that I taught in one of the other videos as an ace production, as a switch to get all the other mates. Oh shit. There you go. So yeah. So in terms of this particular move, it is a good thing, because see, this is what Pig Cake does. All right, he doesn't just drop tricks on his channel; he drops ideas. So this is just a further iteration of a smaller idea that's already in the channel. See, you can have them grow like like if you leave a child in the sun, it just grows like the ideas on his channel. So you've peeked at the king. What you're doing is now you're looking for the kings and you're culling them. Every time you see a king, you call it, and under the context of saying, oh, this card is a good one. I think this might be your card, 8 of clubs. And of course, I'm doing the spread call switch there. So it's some hot stuff there. And obviously, you're being left with all the kings on the table that they think are just ordinary cards. So all this comes from one peak. So that's the good thing about this trick. All that comes from one fucking peak. And as far as the diminishing count sequence here, the diminishing count sequence, for those of you that are autistic, is this sort of thing, that you're pretty much showing the same card over and over again, just like this. That is a really good count to do, to show all the cards as being the same. Now, a lot of people say that, oh, you could do the pinky pull down. Why buckle? Either or. I mean, one is, it's the same as, what are two things I could compare to? It's like North Korea and South Korea, right? You do the pinky pull down from North Korea or the buckle from South Korea. Either way, they're all fucking. It's all the same island, all right. It's all the same island. So pretty much all you're doing here is you're not even doing a triple lift. You're essentially just creating a space between the bottom card and the top card, and doing this. That's all you're doing. That's all you're doing. You're showing the same card over and over again. Now, the interesting part about this is once you get to this last card here, you are going to essentially turn this card over, making it seem like it's the bottom card. That is the good part of this little count. I've seen other moves like this. I've seen moves like this. That's too fucking much. This one is a simple move, and it just looks like you're turning over all the cards here. That's the good part of the trick. So pretty much what's happened to the spectator supposedly so far is that you've just put down random cards, one of which they know it's their card. You manage to divulge that this is their card. You say, I think this is your card. You know what? I also think this is your card. Oh, you know what? I also think this is your card. I also think that's your card. Oh, wow. All these are your cards. Oh my God. So they, not only do you know what card they picked, all these cards turn into their cards. And then the kicker is that they all turn into the fucking mates of the card. That's hot. How is that not hot? That's hotter than a Midwestern taco. That's some good shit. So that's that trick, which is the card trick tutorial from this week. But the good point about that is the peak from the beginning. But that is card trick tutorial that I did earlier this week. So just the main thing that I want to emphasize is the idea of the peak. Oh, the name of the video is card trick tutorial. I'll link it. See, because I have that sort of power here on the chat. I could actually put links because it's my channel apparently. So my penis has that sort of ability here. Let me link it. Let me link it here. Give me one hot second. But yeah, it's called Card Trick Tutorial. Just because I'm a piece of shit, and I decided to make the most generalized title here. So here is that particular video. That's that one. So that one is those are just some tips on that trick. But it's a really good one, especially because of that. It's really good because of that spread call switch. So you're using the spread call as a switch to pretty much you almost use the deck as an index. So good, hot one. That's a hot one. I didn't realize that Furman guy. I thought he had way more people watching his shit. I really did. Christopher Walken looking guy. So that's funny. Let me see what other trick here. Double deck trick. Ooh, that's a fucking hot, sexy thing. That's a good one. The double deck trick. Let me look at the comments before I talk about that one. Let's see, what do we got here? Let me see. What hotness. Pig Cake. Do you read books of card magic? I read Ed Marlowe, Revolution, Card Technique, SWE, Scarney Aces. Yeah, those are all things in books, yes. But as far as the books, I mean, just the old shit. I like looking at Marlowe stuff. I like looking at, I know I have a couple ones here that are fucking old as shit, but, whatever has fucking magic in it, I'll read it. Unless it's cancer. Let's see. Pinky pull down. It does sound dirty. Pinky pull down sounds something like you find in a pleasure emporium store. False shuffle that's believable. Jeremy Garcia. Well, there's the classic zero. If I'm doing an in the hands false shuffle, it's that one. That's an in the hands false shuffle that I'll do. That's a really good one, and it's pretty realistic because not only do you get the sound of the cards shuffling, you also get the bridge at the end. So that's a really, really good one in terms of that. I'm not gonna explain that because I don't think that's mine at all. But that's a really good hot shuffle. Let me see some other stuff here that might be enticing. Ever fancy designing your own trick deck like Matthew Bitch? The only decks that I might think of doing is in terms of like coming out with them, like trick decks. I don't really like trick decks. So if I'll do a deck, like a whole deck thing, it will probably be with something written on the back or something written on the face or some shit like that, or a blank deck. But it's not gonna be it's not gonna be like a gaff deck for sure. I just don't like that. I wouldn't like dedicating a whole deck to one particular trick. Let's see some other shit here. Autism, thank you, appreciate that. You can't use this to do anything because it's stuck in that position. So, I mean, I don't know what to fucking tell you. Let's see. Why fart and waste it when you can burp and taste it? Quality comment, Terry, right there. Thank you, I appreciate that. South Texas Roughneck, I appreciate that. That's hot stuff. Why fart and waste it? I'm glad you wrote waste, like actual waste. That's fucking funny. Let me see here. A couple more before I move on to the next trick here. Okay, you know what? I'll move on to the next trick here because the next comment that I read, would you rather suck one dick twice or two dicks once? For what? Am I just sucking dick to suck dick, or am I sucking dick for like a purpose here? If it's for a purpose, then if it's like, yo, $1 million, I'd be like, yo, yeah, you know what? There's nothing gay about $1 million, so give me that dick. Okay, so yeah, the next trick is the double deck trick that I put up a couple days ago. So the double deck trick, pretty much, the point of this is to have that very hands-off force. So that very hands-off force, obviously, you have this card reversed on the bottom, and then the spectators put this deck behind their back. They grab whatever card they want from the middle, turn it face up on top, and give it a cut. So that's pretty much the force, because now when you spread the deck, what happens is that the first card that's going to come up is your original card that was second from the bottom. Their card is being hidden over here. So the good thing about this is that you don't see the back design of this card, and you don't necessarily have to see the faces of the other cards. So if you want to go for something overkill, what you could do, let me see if I could do this here. What you could do is grab a blank deck and a different colored card. Let me grab my blank deck here. So what you could do is drop one of these hot blank deck memes. I recommend, if you do have a blank deck that you want to use for a routine, don't keep it with this shit on it, because then they might know that it's a blank deck. But as far as this force, what you could do is you get a different color card here. So not only do you can have two reveals. And I love in Magic that there's a thing, like a negative connotation of having too many climaxes, as if it's bad to come over and over again. But this version is just one that it has, how many climaxes? 1, 2, and 3. So it just has 3 punches. So if you have a blank deck, but with this card being a different colored card, and this card that you know ahead of time, you can make a prediction, and then you tell the spectator to put the deck behind their back, turn any card they want face up, and give the deck a cut. Now, when you spread through, the first card that's going to come up is going to be the initial force card, the 3 of diamonds. So you could take this card out. While all attention is on there in the prediction, what you do here is you just fix this card in whatever way you want. You could do this whole little meme here to fix it. So now the deck is normal. Then you say, oh, that's interesting, because you also picked, not only is my prediction right, but you also picked the odd backed card. Oh, shit. But not only that, you picked the only card in the deck. What? Because they're all fucking blank. Triple punch, triple cunt punch. So that way you have a triple kind of a prediction thing. But this is, an entire deck just for that one trick, which I just said I wouldn't do. But it's just an idea with that force, because that force, pretty much, just thinking about what you can do with that force. Keep in mind the back design you don't see. The back design you don't see, and also the faces you don't have to necessarily see. So if this card is second from the face, when you do the force normally with an ordinary deck, they never see the faces of the other cards, and they never see the back of this card until you want them to. So this card could have whatever it is that you want on it, and it's still going to be very, very good. And the faces could have whatever you want on it, and it's still going to have a good idea. So that's a really good force. I'm not exactly sure where that force is from. I know that there is a trick a long, long time ago that does this idea with, I think it's 2 gaff decks. or 2 decks that were heavily gimmicked called Election by Eric Ross. I know that was a download a long time ago, and I know it was Paper Crane, so I know you had to fucking have a doctor's degree to make up the fucking gimmick. But this is kind of an ungimmick way to do it, you know, with a normal borrowed or a normal deck. So that's a really good one. I will not show a ring trick just because you called me a motherfucker, and that's very offensive. The only mother I fucked is yours, Aylin. So, if anything, I'm a your motherfucker because I had sex with your mother. But to call me a motherfucker and not specify that is very, very offensive, because then you are implying that I am fucking my own mother, when in reality, you might be my son. Ever thought of that? Nah, of course not. Because we want to keep it a secret from you, because we know that it would devastate you. So I didn't want to have to tell you this here, but I'm glad you joined. I'm glad you joined. Ha! Yo, dog. You know, here's how it goes. Here's how it goes, man. Let's see, Kevin Lee. Let's look at your shit here. Let's look at your fucking channel. Why not? Why not? Let's look at your channel, because you happen to spam on my shit. Let's see. Go to channel. Let's see if this is even worth it. So right now I'm going into the Kevin Lee's channel here and see if you have some hot shit. So far, what I do appreciate, Kevin Lee, so far what I appreciate here is the fact that you do have good lighting in your videos, right? You do have good lighting in your videos. That you do have at least, you do have the clickbait though. You have the clickbait face on that. But what do you vlog here? Okay. Okay, but you vlog here. Yeah, you hit up my live stream. Do you like magic? Do you even like magic, Kevin Lee? I don't even know why you're... I'm looking... Let me see this video. Relationship problems. Has a video, a picture of you and your significant other here. Let me see if this is good. I can't hear it because... Let me see if I could actually hear it. Oh, there you go. She always takes forever. Okay. Okay, so this is literally a car ride. This is you going to like Walmart or something. Oh, it's actually you going to Walmart. That's fucking funny. I mean, all right. I appreciate your lighting. But damn, dog, could you find another place to advertise? Editing's decent. Well, my dick's decent. Just started 2 weeks ago. Well, keep at it, man. Only thing I can tell you is to be consistent. Be consistent in your shit. You know, try every day to up your quality. Try to find new things. Yeah, it's good shit. I really wanted to shit on you. I'm going to be honest. I really wanted to shit on you. And I'm sure if I looked through your shit, I could probably shit on you. But, I mean, I can't shit on someone trying to do your thing. So, keep doing it, dude. So, there you go. So, let me look through these and see if there's anything of quality here. So, Elmsley count? I think I've talked about the Elmsley count here. Let's see, Elmsley count. You know, it's funny, the other person hasn't responded yet. Oh, yeah, you did. I'm crying now. Do you even know I'm adopted? Come on, man. I did know you're adopted. I'm your father. Of course I know you're adopted. The fuck, dude? Just, I mean, I would never... let's see, where are you from? Aylin? I was going to be very racist right now, but I chose not to. But, so the Elmsley count, Elmsley cunt, as they call it in the business, is, I mean, the thing about it is you want to be smooth, so the count has to be consistent throughout. You're from Romania? Damn, dog. That's hot. Yeah, I was about to shit on Romanian women or whatever country you were from, but yeah, Romanian women are pretty hot. So, I would say, you know, good for you, man. Good for you and your country for having hot bitches. So, so the Elmsley count, you want to be smooth here. So if you're counting these cards, do you want the emphasis to be in the cards that are going into your hand, or do you want the emphasis to be in the cards that are currently being counted off? So what I mean by that, so you go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, like that. Or sorry, 4, or do you go like this? 1, 2, 3, 4. But the point is to be consistent and to make sure that this initial push-off is as single as possible. And the way you do that is by having even pressure. So if you're putting a little bit of even pressure here, these cards are not going to separate too much as to where you could see the other cards. So if the other cards face up, third from the bottom here, you don't want to get in a situation where you're doing this shit, because they're going to be like, hey, what the, it's 4 of clubs? Where the fuck did that come from? So in this case, you just want to be able to spread those 2 cards like this initially, so that you're not in a position where you can actually fuck these cards up. So it's a complicated move. Unless you don't practice, then you want to fucking try to get that as hot as possible. But I mean, you just want to find a shortcut. There's no shortcut to practicing, dog. There's no fucking shortcut. So as long as you practice a move, it's gonna be good. So that's a hot tip on the Elmsley count. So wait, I already, let's see, there was the one on the card trick tutorial, there was a double deck trick. So the, I think using something like that, I might put a hot one. I might do a hot one on Patreon next week. I'm actually going to put one of my favorite tricks on there, probably either Monday or Tuesday, using something like the double deck trick. So be on the lookout for that. Shilling my shit, hashtag shill, hashtag shill. There you go. Let me see here if there's any super hot commentary here. Let's see, from your club sandwich, underhand pass. I don't know what an underhand pass is. I don't know what that is. Underhand pass. Let's see. Okay, hold up. Someone's trying to burn me here. Someone is trying to burn me here and says, you're consistent at being a cunt, a bitch cunt face. Oh man, Kobe, you have it coming. I'm looking at your fucking channel, and I swear to God, if there's a video of you close up to your face, I'm about to rip you a new asshole. Let's see this. Oh shit, dude. Oh shit, dude. Kobe Kapoor here. I'm looking through your channel after you called me a cunt. And what am I looking here? I'm looking at reposts. You're calling me a cunt, yet you...
I'm gonna spread them out. And
oh no, these are... You don't even have videos. Or do you have... These are liked videos. You don't even have videos, dude. I thought you were reposting. I was about to fucking wreck any asshole. You don't even have videos here, dude. You're calling me a cunt, and I can't even see a video on your channel here. You know, I'm gonna comment here. You are a cunt face. There you go. Did it. Got him. Okay, so yeah, so let's see. So there's tips on the core on practicing and knee tips. Yeah, for sure. Let me see. So the core is probably my favorite move apart from a double lift, because a core can be done into 1,000 different things. You could use it as a force, you could use it as a control, you could use it as anything, a color change even in some certain ways. But the thing is that you want to be on, you want to be as consistent as possible again. So with the Elmsley count, you are trying to be consistent. With this, you don't want to ever seem like you're doing exactly what you're doing. So you never want to be seeing like you are just, like cards are randomly disappearing as you're spreading the cards. That's not a good way. What you want is you want to pretty much have a certain smoothness when you spread and separate the card from the rest of the deck that is consistent throughout the entire spread. So one thing that does help is when you are, when you're spreading the card, how hard is my dick? My dick is, it's a half chub right now. But when you're spreading through the cards, it's okay to separate them, just like this. It's all right to separate them because this action kind of helps when stealing cards in the back, as long as you're consistent. But the thing about the spread core is practice. Again, you want to be able to take a card here, square it up with the card behind it. You're using your fingers over here to pull this card away. and then you're spreading the deck without stopping. So it's pretty much it's a hard thing to get down, but once you do, it's such a useful move that you could pretty much do anything with it. And it's one of my favorite moves. And if you could see from that trick that I put on the channel, the best example of this is you can have the deck shuffled and cut and mixed and, you know, pretty much anything here. And, you know, as you're spreading through the deck, you're calling the aces, saying, this card looks good. Try to remember that card. And you're switching them. So you see how useful this is, because it seems like you're spreading through the deck. Really, you're calling the aces and doing the switch here, so that at the end you have this fucking amazing goddamn twist of all the cards turning into, you know, whatever four of a kind of name. So it's a really, really good. It's a really good move. That's pretty much what I could say about the spread call. Practice well. I do have a video. Again, shilling my shit here. I'm shilling way too hard. When it comes to, there's a video called the spread call tips, or Pig Cake breaks it down, spread call. That one is really good, I think, because it goes through the spread call in more detail, gives more sort of, what do you call this, ideas with the spread call. So definitely watch that video if you haven't already. Let me go through these. Kostia Kimla, yeah, but he does his own call. He does his Roadrunner call. This is just the standard call that I first learned in Expert Card Technique. They actually have an Expert Card Technique. So that is so that's fucking, what do you call this? That's where I got that one. And I know he does it with the whole deck, you know, separating the red cards and the black cards. I would only separate a couple of the colors this way. I wouldn't go through the whole deck, just because eventually you notice all the fucking black cards seem to disappear because they're back here. I wouldn't do that. I'd find other ways to separate the cards. But as far as that, it's a very useful move. Let me see if there's some hot stuff here. Let me look through these latest comments. Well, I already showed a good false shuffle. I already showed this one earlier on, which is a really good false shuffle. There's also the truffle shuffle, from my understanding. I think that's also a good one. This is just one. I think it's something close to the Heinstein shuffle, and a combination of a Leonard Green shuffle I saw from a long time ago. I'm not sure where it's from, but I know I've been doing it for a long time. Blaine's fault. Obviously, it's not Blaine's false shuffle. David Blaine did not come up with it. Somebody else came up with it, and David Blaine did it. But whoever came up with it, it's a combination of a Leonard Green false shuffle. It's a combination of the Heinstein false shuffle. It's also a combination of, I know Jerry Andrus has a false shuffle that does, it's like one of these. It's like one of those. I think he calls it the Hell Shuffle or some shit. But it's an idea of that. But it's a really good one. It's a really good one. I don't want to go into too much detail, but it is definitely a hot one. But it's the most similar to something by Leonard Green, because Leonard Green, his shuffle is pretty much this. It's very similar to it, but it's a combination of a lot of ideas. So let me see some other shit. Let's see. Shill. Yeah, I shill hard as fuck. I shill so hard. Patreon t-shirt. Let's see. Show him your dick. Yeah, favorite trick is Back in Time. Thank you, Senna Reid, for making that clear here. So my favorite trick is Back in Time by Jay Sankey. It's a really good trick. And I know people have an issue with the slop shuffle. If you don't know what a slop shuffle is, it's this sort of shit. You're doing this thing. A lot of people think that that's it's a fucking great move. It's a definite great move. So but that's my favorite trick. Let me look up to here, see if there's anything hot before I move on to the next thing. Back in Time, yeah, there you go. I mean, Back in Time it's not like, oh, Back in Time revealed. It's very easy, common trick to do. You're doing a slop shuffle and then a double lift. That's what you're doing. But it's my favorite trick. Stratopass. I don't know what a Stratopass is. Yo, Pig Cake, will you buy Xavier Spade's work in the past? I know it's good because I've seen the video. It's a really good video. If you have the opportunity to buy it, I'd buy it. It's really good. And I fucking hate him because his pass is so good. God damn it. His pass is fucking amazing. It's so perfect. I mean, my pass, I thought my pass was hot shit. I thought my pass was like, oh my God. I mean, obviously this is the worst angle, but you know, I still have other quirks that I need to take care of for my pass. Like I do have this fucking grip, this fucking like, you know, super grip whenever it comes to it. But you know, for example, I think Xavier has a problem with covering your pass with like a riff on the back. I don't mind that. But there are some people that they want to do the pass and it's like fucking perfect. You know, my pass I think is covered more by actions and by dialogue. Some people enjoy practicing the passes that they just fucking do it perfectly. I wish I could be that, but I can't. Well, yeah, I probably could with enough practice. However, he's definitely a really fucking good source for information on a pass. So fucking good for him. Let's see. Some other shit. Straddle pass, no, I don't know that. Underhand pass, I don't know that. Oh, yeah, boy, fucking get that burping. Sankey has a brilliant mind. He's starting to get half-ass ideas. Well, okay, the thing about Jay Sankey is that I love Jay Sankey. Don't get me fucking wrong. I think he's a fucking genius. I think that pretty much 90% of the stuff that he does is fucking like, or has done, 85% of the stuff that he's done is fucking gold. Back in time is great. He has a Mexican coins across trick that it's 2 coins but he makes it seem like 3 coins and it's a coins across. Holy shit, dude. That's a fucking amazing trick. And you know, he also has a lot of ideas when it comes to, he could have a fucking trick for anything. Jay Sankey. He could do a trick of a goddamn fork, a stapler, whatever. So for that, he's a fucking genius. But the only criticism I do have is that a lot of times I think he rushes to the market to come up with shit. Like he puts shit on the market way too quickly. And I mean, I understand why he does that. Obviously, Magic is very competitive. So, you know, if you have something and you want to put it in the fucking, you need to put it in the market, because if not, you're going to have somebody else take claim for something that you've already come up with. I don't know how many times it's happened to me, but I come up with an idea. I'm like, this is the fucking greatest trick ever. And then I see, you know, somebody else came up with something that's fucking exactly similar. For an example of this, Andrew Gerard has a fucking amazing any card at any number in one of his last, I think, downloads or DVD projects, and it's an idea that I've had for a long time. It's you know, a Hoy idea that I've had for a long time with the any card at any number trick. But you know, and that's the thing. That's Magic is very competitive. But then again, I don't publish stuff. I don't, you know, the only thing I put up is YouTube. So that's that. But you know, you come up with an idea, and then more likely than not, somebody else has already come up with the idea beforehand. That's the struggle of Magic. So I understand why Jay Sankey does it, why he rushes shit to market. But at the same time, you know, some of the stuff that he's rushing to market is not good. It's not good stuff. So let me see. Let me see some other shit. God damn it! So many comments by one guy that I can't produce your name about fucking Darren Brown. I have not seen it because it was in New York, and I'm not in New York. So I did not see Darren Brown's show, but I know that every other Darren Brown show that he's ever done is fucking gold. So I'm sure this one's going to be fucking amazing. But I haven't seen it yet. His first show killed me. His first one that he had come out with the twist with the newspaper at the end, that fucking shit wrecked my asshole. Let me see. Some other hot shit. Hi, I'm new to Magic. I like to fool my friends. That's the funniest way to start hi, I want to fool my friends. How can I control a card from the middle that they placed on top? You mean that was placed in the middle to get to the top, right? Is that what you mean? To control a card from the middle to the top? Because why would you be controlling a card from the top to the middle? Doesn't make sense. Unless you are on drugs. Okay, so as far as I mean, the best one is fucking, dude, double cut. Double fucking cut, dude. There's a good underrated thing right here. By the way, this is, so let's say you have a card there. You're going to dribble the cards at an angle here. So you're not going to start square of the deck. You're going to dribble the cards slightly underneath, so that what happens is that you could dribble on top right here, square up the deck, and now you have a break so that you could double undercut the cards from the top. So I mean, that's the easiest thing to do. I don't understand what's so why you would get caught with that. I mean, a double undercut should look like you're just cutting the deck. It shouldn't look like you're actually cutting their card to the top. I shouldn't say that. I shouldn't have to say that. I think that goes without saying. But I mean, that's the easiest and simple shit you could do. Yeah, man. Fuck you, man. Jay Sankey sucks. Yeah, that's your opinion. I don't know where you're from, but where I'm from, I can have my own opinion, dog. So I mean, the only issue I have with Jay Sankey is he rushes to market with shit. If you think he sucks, then you think he sucks. I'm not there to suck your dick, dog. So let's see. Some other hot shit. Fuck. Yeah, he has a cover pass. That's fucking nuts. Let's see if there's some hot shit. Okay, wait. So the next thing was the Ode to Leonard Green cut. So this cut is, you have two cuts that Leonard Green did. You have this one. You have this one, which is the standard Z cut, and then you have this shit, which is another one of his old cuts. So those are two of the Leonard Green cuts. Now for this one, it's not really anything original to me, but it's just a combination of those two things. So you do this one, then you do this shit, and now when you're in this position, you could do this whole flippy shit. So it just looks like the cards are constantly in rotation. But this last cut that I did, again, this isn't necessarily a false cut that's meant to be done as a false cut. And I don't think any sort of weird fucking cuntistry should be done. I don't know how many times I've seen this shit on fucking YouTube. I have two pet peeves. One is someone saying pet peeve. And then two is people mixing a card up into the deck like this. So you have a card selected. Not that one. You have a card selected. You have a card selected here. Oh, so okay, sir. Pick a card. 5 of diamonds, that's great. I'm going to lose your card into the deck, sir. Let me just lose your card into the deck here. Yep, ordinary shuffles here. Let me just lose your card into the deck here. God, your card is being so lost right now. It's not even funny, sir. I can't even tell you how hard your card's being lost right now. Your card's being lost hard as fuck into the deck. So now that your card's lost in the deck, let's see if I could find it. Are you autistic, dude? Are you retarded? Are you challenged? Are you, do you need help? Well, I've seen this way too many times in Magic. And the worst part is done to people. Done to people. So it's people on the street, hey, sir, pick a card. All right, you got it? Okay, perfect. I'm going to lose your card into the deck. All right, your card is now being lost in the deck as we speak. There's nothing that's happening to your card right now apart from it being lost into the deck. Yeah? Okay, yeah, buddy. All right, yeah. Are you fucking serious? Why are you going to do that stupid shit? If anything, you should have the David Williamson approach, which is fucking drop cards. Oh, that's your card right there? Okay, sir. Oh, shit. Okay, that's cool. That's fine. We'll just carry along here with the trick. And, that's all it takes. Dropping a couple cards in a controlled fashion, making it seem like you actually have no fucking idea where their card is. But too many times I've seen that. I think that cardistry should only be done in itself as to what it is. So, if you want to incorporate a trick in the middle of it, then do that. But if you're going to use a fucking one of these fucking false shuffles to supposedly lose the card in the deck, you're retarded. That's my opinion on that. So I don't know why I went on a tangent on that. Let's see some other hot shit. Do you suck dicks? That's my answer. I hate Darty's accent. I cannot stand him. Ben Turnock. That's fucked up, dog. That's fucked up. I don't know why you would. You're being racist against his accent just because he's fat and has a Spanish accent, dog. That doesn't mean anything. Let me see. Let's see some other hot shit. Oh, it's because of the... now I remember why I went on a tangent. It was the Leonard Green shit. So the Leonard Green cut. So Leonard Green's cut is pretty much a cut that he does in the context of finding a card, not obviously shuffling the card into the deck. So Leonard goes through this whole process of, hey, pick a card. Okay, good. And then he does his pass, which looks like this. Oh, shit. Okay, sorry. I'm just so fumbly. Of course, the card's on top. goes, oh, let me see if I could find your card. And then he does like 20,000 cuts. And then 2 of the cuts that he does are these, which are ones that I decided to combine to this false cut that I put up, I think yesterday. So that one is, that's the old cylinder cut. But again, it should be done for a purpose. So this cut, what's the purpose that it's serving? It's serving the purpose of helping you locate their selected card, right? It's not being fucking, it's not, oh, okay, you got your card in the middle? Okay, perfect. Let me mix it up. Okay, now it's shuffle. Nah, it should have a purpose. And in this case, the logical purpose is to find a card in the goddamn deck. Cunt. Let me see some other shit. Let me see some. What do you think Xavier Perez, dude? Xavier Perez. I remember that his videos were fucking hysterical, dude. His videos are fucking hysterical because he, very good quality, very fucking good quality in terms of video production. It made it seem like a movie, but I know that I think he had a lot of controversy because he took credit for like shit that's been around in Magic forever. You know, the guys were like, oh yeah, I think he took credit for a bottom D or some shit. He took credit for lapping, or I don't know. There was a whole controversy with him. But the quality, I guess, was fucking good. I think that it also might have been the Magic Cafe. They're fucking cancerous. They're cancerous. But yeah, I don't know where the fuck Xavier Perez went. But fuck. I mean, if the guy took credit for lapping, then he's fucking definitely retarded. But, you know, he had good quality shit. Obviously, he didn't credit to anything, you know, which I think was the issue that magicians had with him. But what else? I mean, fuck. Let's see some other stuff here. Best control, double undercut, dog. Fuck. And whatever works. I mean, whatever works. My favorite is the this control, the Mahatma control. That's my favorite. That's my favorite one. So you have the card selected here, and you're just overhand shuffling that card to the top. Why is that my favorite? Because not only do you get to have a peek at the card, but you're also shuffling it in a way to the top of the deck that seems to be very fair. And it's not one of these fucking controls that looks good on video, but then in person, it looks like you are, you know, you're having sex with a small fucking goat. That's what most of these look like. You have all these amazing controls that look fan-fucking-tastic on video. But, you know, in terms of, in real life, you see them and you're like, wait a second, that looks like fucking cancer. So, whatever control works, man. If a pass works for you, do a pass. If a double undercut works for you, do that. But, you know, whatever control works for whatever trick you're doing, that's the best control, I think. So there you go. That's hot. Plan to collab with 52 cards. I don't think 52 cards knows who I am. Assad. The only Assad I know is the DJ Khaled Assad. But yeah, I don't think that guy knows. I don't think he knows me. I don't think he knows my channel. So there you go. Let's see some other hot shits. Teller's fish tank trick. Yes, I've seen Teller's fish tank trick. It's fucking amazing. But they're gonna mostly everything that they do is fucking amazing. That's my favorite control too. Again, how hard is my penis? My penis is half chub. Any reason for using the Warrior Horse deck? Yeah, I bought it. So why the fuck not use it? Diagonal palm shift. I don't do it that well. So I'm not going to give you advice on something I don't necessarily do that well. So I don't want to give you bad tips. Thoughts on Morgan Strebler? I mean, he's fucking crazy. His eyes are fucking nuts. I do have this fucking fork here that I've been practicing, but I think he has the crazy face. I like it because he's like, think of a card, and he's fucking looking through you. So it looks like he's about to fucking wreck your asshole, but he's doing magic. But I like his shit. I remember buying, he had the fork Ben DVD, liquid metal years and years and years ago. I still have it on DVD. That shit's dope as shit. But again, you need the hand strength of fucking Thor to fucking use that correctly. So I did it for a little while practicing that shit, but I never fucked it up. He did have something come out recently that's like a peak that I had something similar to which kind of sucks. But, you know, that's magic. Let's see. Any good deck ideas? Like in terms of back design for my own decks? Is that what you mean? I mean, I do have a couple ideas, but again, I don't want to necessarily make a deck or have something, you know, without having everything fucking perfect yet. So, let me see some hot shits. Know of any card magic using a tarot deck to spook people? Yeah, any force. Any force. You have a prediction and you have that card in a force position. But the good thing about tarot cards is that you could justify any of the weirdness that comes with the usual forces by saying that it's a process that people have with what do you call this? With tarot cards. So you know tarot cards have a process. You know, they need to cut the cards in a certain way. So you could justify whatever that is with the tarot card. So for example, the crosscut force becomes a little bit easier for people to swallow and easier for people to do because of the tarot cards. So you could just, you know, fucking take it with the you could do it because of the fact that they're tarot cards. So pretty much any force and prediction will put you ahead with tarot cards. I wouldn't do anything with it because it's fucking weird. Why would I be? It's bad enough if you're a magician and you're carrying a deck around. Imagine if you're carrying a deck of fucking tarot cards around. That's fucking too much. Let me see some other hot shit. Do you have any ideas on how to load a card onto an ungimmicked box from Tenkai Palm? I mean, that's a very weirdly specific load a card. You could just be like, see, the card's empty. Oh my god. So you bottom steal, and then you're doing the Ed Marlowe load, I guess. But there's no. That's a very weirdly specific question. Holy shit. How to load a card onto an ungimmicked box from Tenkai Palm. Fuck. Dog, that's fucking, yeah, I guess. Oh wow, that's cool. How about you? Boom. That's it. That's the only thing that I could think of. I mean, I don't even know. But just the Ed Marlowe load. But using Tenkai. That's the only thing I could look up. But that's one of my favorite moves too. This one. That bottom steal. That's fucking hot. So yeah, that's weird, Joshua De Silva. That's a weird question, but there you go. That's what I would do if I needed to specifically use a Tenkai Palm to load a card box. That's as far as it would get. So let me look through these. Okay, so wait, let me make sure I went through all the tricks this week that I want to talk about. So Otalander, yeah. Double deck trick, yeah. Let's see, Synchronicity, that's on Patreon. Cheap plug. Card trick tutorial, okay. Card at any number. Simple Triumph on Patreon. Cheap plug. What would Redbone sound like? Yeah, so those are the tricks on the channel. Horny for notification, that's funny. Did you get the notification now? Russian Genius? That's fucking weird if you just got it now. Unless that's YouTube, the system fucking me, fucking my little piggy ass. What's your favorite pass to use when playing Yu-Gi-Oh? That's fucking funny. Yu-Gi-Oh cards are fucking shit to do passes with. But I'm pretty sure they made the corners so fucking sharp on those. Then they probably made that on purpose so people wouldn't cheat with them. I actually meant into the box. I know about getting the card under the box. I just felt possible at having the spectator remove. Yeah, but you're going to go through so much work for the same effort, Joshua. So if you're using a Tenkai Palm, the only thing I can think of is if you have the card box on the table and then maybe as you're picking up the deck, you load it. But even then, it just doesn't make sense. Especially you're going to put extra work just for that one moment of having the spectator, to take it out. But Slightly Magical says, Joshua, look up Forces Unseen by Stephen Minch. It's exactly what you're looking for. I mean, I'm sure there's a move to it, but I wouldn't bother if there are easier ways to do it. I mean, I wouldn't bother. Tenkai load 2 box. That's funny. So there's an actual move. There's an actual Tenkai Palm to the box. it's clean. All right, fuck, man. If it's there, if it's there. I mean, I'm not a fan of that. Especially there are easier, simpler ways to do it. So, yeah. Especially, it's super easier ways to do it. So let me look through these again. So yeah, so that's all the hot tricks that I wanted to talk about. If there's any, let me see if there's hot questions here that I could do this. 19th card is a 7 of diamonds. It's fucking not. Do you know how to anti-pharaoh? I do not. I can't even do it. I can't even do it. There you go. That's all you're gonna get. You see that? That's all you're gonna get. Fuck that. That's a hard move. The magical V triple C is worth $30, but you could do the same effects with mnemonica. I don't know what triple C is. I don't know what that is. I don't typically like. I'm not gonna. If there's a trick that's popular, yeah, I'll check it out. But I'm not gonna be too hot in terms of looking through the magic community, like in terms of what's coming out. I'm really bad with that. Let me see. Any thoughts about Cypher? I don't know what Cypher is. I know that I've seen the thing on like whatever, but I haven't. I have not seen the. I haven't seen Cypher. Let's see. Exactly what you're looking for. That's funny. He has tutorials for ring magic. Yeah, I do have a couple ring tricks. I did already mention on voodoo. The original voodoo trick was fucking great, and I have a version of it that obviously I was gonna put out on this channel, but I didn't because Ramsey came out with his voodoo trick, so I didn't want to be a dick. Put that out, but I mean his is just as good, if not better. The one that I came up with is just a way that was easier for me to do it. But you know, it's the same idea. You're having a card, you're having a card selected, and then that card there's another voodoo card that's being wrecked, and that's the card that's translates to that. It's a good fucking method. The original, I remember seeing it first by. I saw, what's his fucking name? What is his fucking name? It was by Chris Korn on a really shitty travel channel magic show that he did the voodoo card. And from then on, that's where I got the idea from. But then it's Guy Hollingsworth at the end of the day. So let me see some other hot shit. Loops. I have the, let me see if I can show this. Because I was cleaning out my shit recently, so give me a hot second here to see if I still have this hot shit. There you go. Yeah, I did find it. So yeah, I would actually make the loops with this sort of shit. This is something I came out a long time ago called Infinity V2 thread with a little bit of a chub there. So this is invisible elastic thread, and I'll just use this to make loops. But I've never been good at it, and I've just never spent too much time on it. But it is good. It is good to have your shit. So it is good to have your own shit. It's good to have it on you, I guess, if the situation arises. But for me, there were too many issues with them. Real questions. The quality of your tricks is one of the highest among YouTube. How do you come up with so many good tricks? I mean, I don't know. But the thing is that no one's really come up with... Everyone's always... I mean, my idea of magic is that most people are pretty much just building upon what's already been built. So in magic, most of the stuff that you see is stuff that's been around for, even fucking centuries for some tricks. So it's just reworkings of older shit. So really, I'm no different. I just like coming up with variations of other tricks to suit my needs, to suit my particular hands, my handling styles. So I just come up with those tricks for myself. The fact that YouTube does have a really good platform for putting my own stuff or putting the ideas that I have on something that other people could be inspired by. That's fucking amazing. So that's why, you know, I'm hoping my channel grows. I'm hoping fucking the shit grows until I can't even believe how big it is, because then, you know, then I would hope that people would imitate kind of my style, meaning that people would imitate, you know, people would imitate the crediting, people would imitate, you know, the creativity. And not to say that I'm fucking, you know, God when it comes to this shit, but too much shit on too much magic on YouTube is fucking cancer. Colin's Key is pretty much what I've seen there. That's the epitome of YouTube magic. That and Evan Era. I was recently looking at a bunch of Colin's Key videos, so I lost my shit, because, you know, he started off as a YouTube magician, right? The standard YouTube magician. And then now he's just doing fucking clickbait. He's just doing a standard clickbait that kids love looking at. And if that's the perception of magic on YouTube, then, you know, fuck it. But if I could do a little bit to change that, then I would think that I'm doing my job correctly. But when it comes to creativity, just think of ways to do tricks that would suit your needs, suit your knowledge, your understanding, and you'll be surprised with a lot of you'll be surprised at the shit that you could come up with. So that's my opinion on that. Who said that? Somebody said that here. Somebody said that. Who said that? Oh, Alexander Lazarevic. There you go. So yeah, that's hot. That's hot. Pig cake equals ghetto Michael Vincent. No, fuck that. I'm not even close to Michael Vincent. Michael Vincent's fucking amazing. As far as skill, I mean, I do think I'm pretty skilled, but that's after practice, after years of practice. I'm not the best. You know, there are people that I constantly see that surprise me with how shitty. I see how good they are, and it reminds me of how shitty I am, which is, you know, that's always you always are going to have people better than you, but your kind of reaching to become better is what makes you improve as a person and in magic. So, has Daniel Matteson, or the eyeliner guy, who is Brad Christian, gotten in touch with you about the first fight challenges? No. See, you know, I would love to get to the point where I'm at least big enough so that people like that notice. Like, I don't think Evan ever seen my video on him. But I'm sure if I was a bigger magician, like in terms of like subscriber count, he would have seen my shit immediately. And I really want him to see my shit. But I doubt he will. So it's, you know, I'm pretty sure it just comes with the size. Right now I'm not big enough for these guys to notice me. Eventually, not to jack my own dick off, but eventually if I do get bigger, you know, then they might notice, but now they haven't. Let's see. Would you rather have autism or use a Sybil for every trick for the rest of your life? Holy shit. Holy shit. That's fucking funny. So every trick I'd have to do a Sybil cut? Hey, man, who do I blame? Chris Kenner, right? Is he the guy that came up with the Sybil first? Is he the guy? I think he's the one that came up with the Sybil cut. So I'd have to like, hey, man, here's your shit. Wow, man, there's your card. Yeah, that's cancerous. Let's see these last comments. Chris Kenner did, and Dan and Dave improved on it. Yeah. What's the book? Dude, you're fucking slightly magical. Nice, good shit. I'm glad you got your shit, your magic knowledge. What's the name of the book that Chris Kenner did? Something about control, right? Is it? The book that he taught the Sybil cut? I'm not sure what it is, but it's going to drive me crazy. Let me see. Let me see what the name of the book is before I lose my fucking mind. I know I had a list here of fucking good books for magic. So let me see this shit. Let me see this shit before you could... Out of Control, you piece of shit. Yeah, there you go. That's the fucking book. You said it faster. You cunt. You're fucking good, man. Slightly magical. I like that. Yeah, it's Totally Out of Control. That's the book that he has it in. It's a good fucking book. Let's see. So autism, nice. Chris Kenner, Dan and Dave. 2 months, having 6K and now 23K. Yeah, that's good. I mean, obviously, I didn't notice that the jump was going to happen so quick from 6K to 23K. I think you need 100K to become noticed on YouTube. Like really, you need at least to break that initial silver button barrier to be noticed on YouTube, which does kind of suck because your subscriber count does not necessarily equate to your content. So you have people that have, you know, hundreds of thousands, if not millions of subs, and their content is shit. You have people that have 10K subs and their content is fucking phenomenal. There was a guy that I was looking at, Drew Gooden. I was looking at his shit. He does like kind of like an H3 iDubbbz ripoff. He had like 4,000 subs. Now he has, you know, 28 or 40 something. But you know, his content is fucking better than some people that have millions of people watching his shit. So, you know, it just sucks that your sub count is pretty much your dick size in YouTube. But I feel like if I got my dick size bigger on YouTube, then someone like Evanera would see his fucking video and, you know, at least realize how shitty he's fucking up Magic. Let's see. Just post shit to Reddit. That's funny. I posted shit to Reddit. I posted some shit to Reddit. That last one, I know, the fucking, what's the video? The fucking Redbone video, I posted that to Reddit. It got me a little bit, but yeah. But I just think that there's a lot of people on YouTube that are not noticed because of their, I'm not just saying this for me, but I'm saying in terms of just general things and videos that I've seen. I think that in terms of, you know, your sub count, there's a lot of people that their sub counts are low, but their qualities are fucking amazing. And it's a shame. I really hope that YouTube kind of fixes their system so that more quality supersedes the... Like, you have all these fucking Viners now that are getting so fucking popular, doing shit, making up shit, lying about shit, fabricating shit. And that's not fucking quality content. But if that's getting to, you know, that's getting them clicks, getting them views, then, you know, YouTube has nothing better to do than to roll with that. But unfortunately, I just wish that it would pretty much push people that are making better content. That's just my opinion on that. Let me see if there's anything else that's hot. Give us a good ambitious cards finale. The best one is fucking, dude, the bend one. Are you serious, dude? This one is a hot one. That's the best one you could do, because that is kind of the strongest thing to do. And the good thing is that it leaves you in a position where this card is slightly bent. So if you want to do something like paperclip, you could do it. If you want to fold this card and bring it from your mouth, you could do it. But as far as that ending, that's the best one. Is to send you some letters and packages. Yeah. Let me, as a matter of fact, let me shill my shit harder here. Let me shill my P.O. box here hard as fuck. Of course, I want to do a shameless ripoff of iDubbbz. I want to do the shameless ripoff of the bad unboxing videos, which is why I got a P.O. box. So here's the address for that P.O. box. So yeah, I just want to do it. So I'm pretty sure people would send me funny shit that I would love to open up on camera. So that's why I got that. Let me see. There's some hot shit. Dream Act or 52 Shades of Red. I don't know. I know that obviously Shin Lim has that amazing fucking stage show. But in terms of, what do you call this shit? In terms of practicality, his shit is very, very impractical. He's great. He's a fucking amazing magician. But I just think that it's mostly the new wave of Instagram magic, Twitter magic, you know, all this shit that looks great on camera. And in person, too. I'm sure it looks fucking phenomenal. Guy's fucking 1,000 times better than I am. But a lot of the shit that he does is not practical, unfortunately. Like the stage shit, he does a deck vanish. Obviously, you need a whole setup in order to make that happen. A lot of the stuff, you need a lot of smoke gimmicks set up. So, unfortunately, it's not practical. But it's fucking beautiful. Can I do an impression of a non-magician trying to show you a trick? Yeah. Okay, so I forgot how this trick goes. I think that it's it's 3 pile. Let me see if I can do this correctly. It's like this. Okay, so pick a card. Yeah, you got it. Okay. All right. or a lay person. This is what they've done. Okay, so you pick the card. You got it. Okay. That's is that your card? Yeah. Yay! And then I sucked her dick. Then I sucked her dick. That's the way most a non-magician would show me a trick. It's not overhand shuffle control. That's funny. Well, it's the Mahatma control. Slightly magical. This one is a Mahatma control. First time I saw it is what do you call this? First time I saw it is he's dead now, unfortunately. What's his fucking name? Son of a bitch. What's his name? Tom Mullica. He's that's the first time I saw it. I know that it's not his. It's probably older than the fucking hills, but it's called the Mahatma control. I think that's the best one because it leaves you opportunity to peek at the card. So you could peek at the bottom card easily by just putting a little bit of pressure and spreading the cards. And also it allows you to be a bumblefuck and drop the cards everywhere while still maintaining control of the bottom card. So that's my favorite control in terms of that. You know, that might not fit your style, but not Mahatma Gandhi. It's named Mahatma. I'm sure after Gandhi or whatever, but or whoever probably made it, but that's the name of it. I enjoy watching Tom Mullica. Yeah, it's fucking everything that guy came up with is gold. Tom Mullica. It's a fucking shame. The guy beats cancer. The guy, you know, obviously has fucking he had, I don't know if it was pancreatic or some other cancer, but he had some sort of fucking you know, cancer. He beat it. Leukemia. He had fucking leukemia. He beats leukemia. Then he has a routine surgery, and the surgery goes wrong and he dies. I'm like, fuck, dude. This guy didn't get a break, and he was gonna come back. You know, from my understanding, he was gonna do the whole shit. He was gonna, I think, open up another bar or some shit. He was looking into that, or he was gonna do the Red Skeleton show. But then he's dead, and it sucks. He's one of my favorite magicians. I personally use the Classic Pass. Oh yeah. I mean, I'm telling you, Xavier Spades. His pass is really good. Let me look up here. See some other shits. How do you pick up girls with magic? You don't. You don't pick up girls with magic, and if you do, I mean, you got some. That's a lonely life, my friend. If you're trying to pick up chicks doing magic, that's kind of a little, as my people say, un poquito gay. So yeah, that's that. Am I into 9-gag? No, dude, I'm not into 9-gag. Unfortunately, I'm above the age of 15, so I don't like 9-gag. So, dude, I gotta tell you, man, I apologize. You could send, if I could send you any live animal, what would it be? I don't know, man. Probably, I would say your sister, dude. You gotta send me that. I mean, from what I remember, that bitch was an animal. That bitch was an animal, dog. I mean, you gotta, because you know what happened? You remember what happened? The sex happened between me and your. Oh, she's a bitch, anyways. That's funny. That's fucked. I love, by the way, I'm you know, making fun of whoever said, do I like 9-gag, Jokubas, but my humor is that of a 12-year-old. So my humor is maximum 6th grade humor. That's where I get my shit, unfortunately. So, you know, I can make fun of fucking people as much as I could, but unfortunately, when it comes back to me, my humor is probably more immature than anybody else's. So let me see. But try not to send me an animal. Again, my only caveat when it comes to fucking when it comes to the PO box is to not send me dead shit or shit. I mean, yeah, don't send me shit. I mean, if you find a way to put your dick in a jar. Did you watch Justin Miller's video on tutorials? Yeah, I saw it. Yeah, I mean, Justin Miller's a great magician. He's very creative. He's come up with a lot of shit, a lot of good shit, like really fucking good shit. Freedom Deck is fucking amazing. Freedom Pack, sorry. He has a color change that I do constantly. It's fucking, he's great. But unfortunately, his view on YouTube Magic. You know what? For the most part, YouTube magic is cancer. But there is, there's good fucking magic YouTubers. There's fucking great magic YouTubers. At least, fucking people that not just people that I watch, but people that actually bring magic correctly as it should be, to an audience like YouTube. So, Justin Miller, his opinion is that no magic on YouTube is good, and that I disagree with completely because, dude, I mean, look at my channel, dog. Fucking big dick. Who else has a bigger dick than I do, dog? Probably Shane Diesel, probably most black men. But I still got a big enough dick, dog. So I just don't understand. Is it the Abyss change? I think it might be. It's the one that looks like this. I don't want to do it. I know I've done it before, but it's this one, that one. But I just think his opinion on magic on YouTube is cancerous and it's not correct. And it comes from a place of, it's like almost like an old person that's like, oh, the television is he's like into radio. And the television is going to ruin the society, And then you have all these people complaining about how the television, silky change, that's what it's called. The fucking television is going to ruin society. And then, the people that were grown in the television era said, oh, the phones are going to ruin society. I think Justin Miller's still stuck in the radio age. But, I mean, apart from that, he's also fucking phenomenal when it comes to his creativity and shit. So, at the same time that I shit on him, I also have to say that he's good when it comes to his shit. And again, you could say whatever about me, but that's just my opinion. Let me see. Do you have a Dodge truck? I wish I had a Dodge truck. That'd be fucking lit. Are you planning on recording magic videos of other YouTubers? That'd be great. That'd be fucking phenomenal. But again, it's diminishing returns when it comes to YouTube because you have to be a certain... And there are other YouTubers that really don't... Like, for example, I don't know if Vladimir is still on the shit. Russian Genius. When I was a way smaller YouTuber, like maybe I had, 2,000 subs or less, probably 1,500 subs, Russian Genius said, hey, I want to make a video with you. I want to make a collab. And it's the first time he did that. And, I'm a smaller channel, so he didn't have to do that. But he let me put a video on his channel. It got me, a little sub boost, but it still helped me out. People watching my shit. And he didn't have to fucking do that. Russian Genius didn't have to do that, but he fucking did. So, unfortunately, when it comes to working with other magicians or other people on YouTube, you have to be at a certain point for most of them. So you already have to be, an established YouTuber in order to work with another YouTuber. You have to be, have 100K, 200K before they even notice you. So it's unfortunate that's the case. Again, it goes back to what I was saying earlier, that content on YouTube is not judged by how fucking good the content is judged on how many subs the person has, which is unfortunate. If I see someone, I would love to work with smaller YouTubers. I would love to that are good. I don't want to fucking. I mean, if you need practice, if you need fucking, if you're, hey, look at my channel, and then you're doing it like the lights are off and shit, and you don't care about your quality, but you just want to put something on YouTube. No, I'm not gonna do that. But if you are someone that I can see is putting effort into his shit, I would love to work with someone like that, even if they're smaller. If they're bigger, obviously, because that'll help me out. But, it just sucks that bigger channels don't notice you until you are big. And it'll be fucking great when you are big. And then they're like, hey, man, can we work together? And you're like, dude, where were you fucking a year ago when I had like 5K? Where were you? Like, you were fucking nowhere, so don't give me that shit. So, unfortunately, it's diminishing returns of YouTube. So, yeah. Let me see some other hot shit here. Pig Cake, I'm looking at your house. There's a man with a blue shirt. That's not my house. That's a P.O. box. I do not live in a P.O. box, dog. I hope I don't have to explain that. See, a post office box is what people get when you want to have like an anonymous address. So people send you to that address so they don't know your place of residence. And then they, what's it called? They swat you. There you go. Yeah, that's what I'm trying to avoid. People getting me swatted. So that's why I have a P.O. box. So yeah, I'm sure that that's what you see outside the PO box. Let me see. Some other hot shit. 52 cards is bigger. I imagine you mean his penis, right? Yeah, he probably has a big dick. Big pig. Look at me thinking about pigs. He probably has a big dick. Let's see. The Martin card to mouth. How do you kill yourself with magic? Evan Era. That's how you kill yourself with magic. Watch this video and you want to kill yourself. Let me see. Do you like Now You See Me? I don't like Now You See Me. I don't at all. Because it shows, like, at least the first one, I fucking hated that one. That first one was like, oh, it was definitely, it wasn't, I mean, the only trick that they did in the entire movie was the fucking, they did this shit, they did the snap change. And then the rest of it is this over-complicated, fabricated story on just getting revenge. And you're like, what? They could have done this so easily. So I definitely do not like Now You See Me. It's not a good movie. Let me see some other shit here. Literally trash ass. Magicians go to America's Got Talent. The judges have tism. They give you so much pussy for doing easy ass shit. I imagine that's jive. That's street lingo for America's Got Talent is a piece of shit. And yeah, I think Chris Ramsey made a video on that recently that I agree with 100%. That it's unfortunate because while it does get you a little bit of attention and views on you, at the same time you have people that have no idea who you are in charge of your livelihood and your life, pretty much for long enough that it can make a difference. So if they want to make you look like shit because they got somebody else and they want to make you look like better, then you're fucked. You are fucked. Because you don't fit their narrative. So that's unfortunate. Let me see some other shit. Let me go all the way back here, see if there's anything hot. Something about Jerry Andrus. Let me see the recent comments here. Let me check these. Jabrizi, that's the epitome. I mean that's just cringy magic at its best. It's the same with Collins Key. In my opinion, I mean, at least Jabrizi's still doing magic, right? He's still doing magic. He's doing the clickbait shit, but he's doing tricks at least, even though it's the cringiest shit. And you want to, fucking stick your dick in your eye. It's still pretty cringy. But something like Collins Key, let me look at Collins Key's last video. A guy who's supposedly a YouTube magician. Let's see. Collins Key. Let's see his last fucking video. Oh, if he says the best magician, then he's a fucking retard. Leave. Let's see. Collins Key, right? So this guy. Holy shit. Okay, so his last video is Pancake Art Challenge. How to make minions. So this guy is using memes that are dead from fucking 4 years ago about minions. This guy's a magic channel. His last videos are Gummy Challenge. Gummy Worm Challenge, Fidget Spin, and of course he has all these colors which attract kids because that's who's watching his fucking channel. So if I go to sort by oldest video, you see that he starts doing magic. His shit is magic. Then he starts getting somewhat popular and he goes back into the cringe shit. And it's like, dude, what? So this is a YouTube magician. Fuck that. So, I mean, it's unfortunate what you have to do to get noticed on YouTube. But the day you see me doing a challenge, a gummy worm challenge, I think that's the day that I fucking kill myself. Title from Jabriji. Magician does the most unbelievable magic for hot girls while being on fire. That's funny. Let me look up Jabrizi here live too. Jabrizi. How the fuck did they get him on Fool Us? So let's see. Jabrizi. Magic. Holy shit. I love if you go to a magician's about page, even though it's their own page. What I fucking love is that you see he doesn't even have that many people watching his shit. 164. What I love is that They usually speak about themselves in the third person, which is fucking hysterical. But let's see his shit here. Let's see. Best street magic makes Chicago get funny reactions. I mean, if that's fucking retarded. But let's see. Let's see this fucking... I'll read your mind through the screen. Craziest trick I've seen. Huge Coca-Cola trick. Wow, magician does greatest card magic ever. Dude, what? Let's see.
What's up, guys? Welcome to Immortal. YouTube's best. Your pocket real quick. Do me a favor, my man. I want you to go ahead.
I mean, yeah, it's cringy. That's pretty much it. I don't know if someone was trying to... It's like telling me the sky's blue. It's like, hey, is Jabrizi cringy? Yes, Jabrizi's fucking cringy. Jesus fucking Christ. Let me see what else is hot here. Prestige, yeah, Prestige is good. But I feel like Prestige tells a good story when it comes to magic. It doesn't just use magic in terms of... it doesn't use magic in terms of, what do you call this shit? You know, as a shitty ploy, like Now You See Me does. Prestige uses it as kind of a way to build on the story, which is, you know, this rivalry, which is fucking phenomenal. Yeah, that's, I mean, fuck, a lot better than Now You See Me, that's for fucking sure. Let me see. Do you like Di Vernon? Yeah, I fucking like Di Vernon. Let's see. That's funny. Completely fucked up P.O. box work and asked the address of Piggy's P.O. That's, come on, dog. What's going on? I mean, just to sum up my opinion on other magic YouTubers as a whole. If you do any sort of exposed videos, you are a cunt. I've said this before, and my opinion's not going to change. I don't think it's going to change. If you do exposed videos just for the sake of views, you are a cunt. You are a cunt because you're exploiting either somebody else's thing just for the sake of shitty views on your channel, and, you know, fucking, it's shit. It's not helping anybody out. If you do these sort of, you know, the trend of, you see this fucking, somebody does a trick on TV and then suddenly you see an exposed video, it's shit, it's shit. And at the end of the day, yeah, I might get you a couple of views, but you're not gonna fucking improve magic. You're not fucking doing anything for magic. So, you know, unfortunate. It's unfortunate. Chris Ramsey does have a good channel. Yes, he does. The only thing that I have with Chris is sometimes it's doing the standard YouTube thing. I'm not a fan. I don't want to be a hipster, but I'm going to sound like a hipster. I don't like conventional shit. And I feel like his fucking skills amazing. His ideas are amazing. He's very creative, but it's you know, it's YouTube magic, whatever that means. But, you know, Chris, I like Chris's shit. I really, really do. And I think that he's a great magician, and he's actually very genuine, I feel, through his channel. Very, very genuine. So that's one of the things that I have that I like a lot about Chris's channel. I think that it's very skilled and it comes through on his channel. Sometimes cringy, but, you know, some people would consider my shit cringy in a different way. But, you know, his shit sometimes is cringy, but overall, I fucking love his shit. You know, I watch his shit as often as I can. Other magic channels that are great. I mean, to recommend you magic channels, look at the people that I'm kind of subscribed to on this channel. You know, he's fucking, anyone that I'm kind of subscribed to are people that I think are good. I'm subscribed to Sankey, and his YouTube magic is, you know, is magic. You know, that's who I look at. You know, Russian Genius, Xavier Spade. I look at his shit. I look at Chris Ramsey. You know, Miss Mag, fucking Miss Mag. Miss ya Mag, hashtag miss the Miss Mag. So yeah, so those are people that I watch. I think those are people that are pushing magic on YouTube in a good direction. You know, I of course do what I do, but I think it just stems from trying to be different, honestly. Because, you know, before I started making magic on YouTube, I noticed that there were so many videos that just were the same type of magic video. Like, fuck, dog. So I just wanted to do something different with my channel, and I think that's kind of how I've accomplished that, maybe. So, fuck it. Let's see. Oh, I'm glad that rant. Advice for creating a routine. That's a good one. So when it comes to routining, you want to make sure that you are combining, that your ideas are combined correctly. So what I mean by that is you need for it to make sense. So you want to begin something where something else ends. The best example I could give you of this idea is, for example, if your card trick ends in a certain way, think about how the next trick you want to do in a routine starts. So you're ready for that situation. So what's good is that, for example, if you structure your routine well enough, you could be at a point where you're using one trick to set up another trick. And I've seen this done a lot. If you look at, for example, Paul Harris's stuff, usually you'll have an initial trick and then a secondary trick that's being set up with the first trick. A good example of this, if you look, there's a recent release called Quantum Angels by Paul Harris that he's trying to do his anything deck, right? And the anything deck, for you guys that don't know what it is, it's you have somebody name a word that's special to them, and then that word is used to find a selected card, and then it turns out that you've predicted that initial word. So you're doing one trick to set up another trick. So your routining should be based on one trick setting up another trick to set up another trick. But you don't want to go overboard. You don't want to go too much to the point where you're doing a 20-phase ambitious card routine. You don't want to, because honestly, one phase for ambitious card is all you need. Maybe 2 phases if you structure it right. But really, routining is just coming up with ideas to make sure that your structures have to have purpose. Even if they are random, they need to be carefully randomized. So what I mean by carefully random is controlled chaos. So if you are chaotic, you want to make sure that chaos is chaos that you have very carefully planned out, which is the secret of, for example, Leonard Green style, or the secret of Danny Darity style, which is controlled chaos. So, that's kind of what you need to get into. So if you're going to structure a routine, make sure that even if it is chaotic, it makes sense, that there's a logical thought process behind everything you do. There's a great idea by David Williamson that he talks about how even clowns, and Tom Mullica talks about this too, that, if you're a clown, there has to be careful. If the best clowns have the appearance of stumble fucking all over themselves, they have the appearance of, all these fucking different things, but really it's been practiced perfectly. Their fumbling has been practiced. The way they drop things have been practiced perfectly. So, even if it's chaos, it needs to be a chaos that there's an order to. So, that's what I think about routining. But it's a lot easier than you think if you put a little bit of thought into it. There is an idea that I have that I don't want to release yet. It's an ambitious card. There's nothing new. There's nothing fucking new. But the structure of that routine is something that I'm very, very proud of. And it's, it's just a combination of ideas. It's based on Back in Time by Jay Sankey. But I think the routining of that is perfect because the beginning, it sets it up for the middle, and then the ending makes sense. So you just got to make sense. Even if it's chaotic, makes sense. That's my advice. So I'm glad, I hope. Yeah, boy. I'm glad that helped. If that helped. And while I was giving some hot advice, the cancer in the comments. Let's see the hot cancer. Why am I? Oh, okay. You're welcome, Brett. I'm glad to help. Piggy, why you set the drama alert? Yeah, I know it's an issue. It's a problem. I hate myself for watching Keemstar, even though I watch shit. I think my life's goal is to end up on Drama Alert. I would love to do something to end up on Drama Alert. So if it's like, yo, magician has his dick accidentally on camera while doing a tutorial, as long as I end up there, that would be fucking hysterical. But yeah, unfortunately, I am subscribed to Keemstar. Let's see, some other shit. Let me look at these. Hey, Pig Cake, how do you have control when it comes to the cards? Practice. Practice is the best thing. When it comes to control of the cards, you're not going to have control of cards unless you spend a lot of time holding cards, practicing cards. Di Vernon is one that talks a lot about this, for example, about how when it comes to a beginning magicians, you want to grip the deck as hard as you can because you're afraid of fucking dropping the cards. But in Magic and with cards, it's the opposite. You know, it's really having a light touch. You want to have the lightest touch as possible without dropping the cards. So you got to treat the cards nicely. And that's why a lot of people don't have cards that last long, because, you know, they're fucking bending up the shit. Notice, and I want you to, you know, people that are students, you have more of an opportunity to do this. But if there's ever a chance where you have, like maybe towards the end of the year in school, where people are playing cards to pass the time or whatever, and you're a magician, notice the condition of the cards after people have played one game. Notice. It's fucking disgusting because they don't know how to handle cards. They squeeze the shit out of them. They wreck the cards. And at the end of the day, it's the same thing with kind of beginning magicians. You want to overcompensate. You want to squeeze the cards. You want to fucking, you know, you're trying to do a one-handed shuffle, so you're going to do this shit. And you're going to fucking bend the shit out of the cards. You don't need to do any of that. You can have a light touch, and it's going to be a lot easier. But that light touch comes with practice. So that's my opinion on that. So that's how you do it. There you go, Russian genius. Dog, what's up? I'm Putin. You're fucking bunny. Of course you would have a goddamn fucking bunny. Let me see. I already said what I think about cardistry, that it should be done separate from Magic unless there's a purpose to it done in the context of a Magic trick. It needs to be purposely done. You can't just, you know, I already mentioned it. You're not going to take a card, put it in the middle, and then control it to the top via your favorite fucking multiple face Sybil cut. You know, it has a place, but its place is away from fucking Magic. So that's what I think. How often should you replace cards? You should replace cards when you fucking think. I mean, when you see the deck fucked up, that's when you should replace them. But cards last surprisingly a long time. It really depends on your use of the cards. But I find that the longer you are with Magic and the better you are with Magic, then pretty much the longer your cards last, because then you start knowing how to treat your cards and how to hold your cards. So hot shit. You said you got into a comment war with Matthew Furman. Why? I mean, he's doing his shit, man. I can't really shit on the guy for that much. He's doing his shit. I mean, he's making videos on YouTube. Yeah, the guy's a little bit cringy when it comes to his presentation. But, you know, he's skillful, that's for sure. But, you know, you could tell that when it comes to Magic, it's almost like he's more interested in himself and coming up with as many routines as possible to squeeze in one video than caring about the quality. So, for example, you could have a 10-minute video or 5-minute video that's 10 times more in terms of quality with less tricks than, you know, something like what he's coming out with, which is a trick he does like 1,000 tricks to one person, and they're fucking magicked out. Like, you know, they're like, oh shit, man, this is too much. And he keeps going and going and going, and I think there's an issue with that. But as far as his skill level, he seems to be very, very competent when it comes to holding cards. But yeah, the way he talks is fucking, you know, it's very cringy, the way he talks and the way he presents the tricks. But his skill level's there, and you know, if that's his personality, then that's his fucking personality. But I mean, I've seen worse, and he's not necessarily bad in terms of skill. I just feel like, you know, maybe if he worked on his presentations a little bit, then it would be better. If he would, you know, slow down, I think that would be better. But you know, that's it. You know, that's pretty much it on Matthew Furman. But let me see, hot shit. Shaking when it comes to tricks. It's normal. I mean, it's normal. It's normal to have the jitters. But again, practice for sure helps out tremendously with that. The more you do it, the less likely you are. And also the realization that it's a fucking trick, dude. You're not going to get shot unless you're doing tricks in Beirut, in downtown Beirut, where, you know, if you're being fucking held by an Al-Qaeda operative and he's like, oh, hey, if you don't find my card, I kill you. Like, you know, unless you're in that situation, you're doing a card trick. If you fuck up, the worst that can happen is people are laughing at you. That's it. You can laugh with them. It's a fucking card trick at the end of the day. Again, you should practice to the point where that's not an issue. But if you fuck up a trick, dude, you fucked up a trick. There's nothing wrong with that. And as a matter of fact, you learn more from your fuck ups than you do from your victories. You learn more about if you mess up. You know, you don't want to mess up all the time, but the times that you do mess up, it teaches you what not to do. It teaches you what are other alternative options that you could do in terms of that. So it's not that bad. Let me see. Some other shits. Pigger. Ha! Pigger. Fuck, that's good. Jeremy. Fucking Pigger. I like that. You motherfucker. Hashtag Pigger. That's a fucking good one. That's a good one. You motherfucker. Let me see. His presentation style on Matthew Furman. Yeah, again, that's my thing. It's very cringy. He doesn't even give his audience time to react. Yeah, you know what? That's also another thing. Breathing time, I think, is very, very important in terms of magic. You don't want to overwhelm. If you have an opportunity to perform for people, you don't want to overwhelm people. You want to kind of let the moment breathe. In one of Paul Harris's books, he talks about Eric Mead. Talks about a bell, right? That he hits a bell. So, you know, when you hit a bell, it's going to ding, and then you're going to hear that echo, right? If you hit a bell and stop it, you're not going to give that bell time to fully sound out completely, if that makes sense. So if you hit a bell, give it time to fucking do the entire sound that it makes. Give it that time. Because if you stop that bell only to ring it again and stop it, you're never going to hear the way that bell truly sounds. So you're never going to really, you know, if you do a trick... Okay, so you do, let's do the most fucking easiest trick here. Somebody picks a card, they're looking at this card, you turn over the deck. You know, this card goes in the middle. You say, I'm going to find your card behind my back, right? You do this behind your back, and you go, okay, so I think I found your card behind my back. Let's see. What was your card? Jack of Hearts. Okay, so take out another card here. All right, you got it? You picked another card? Okay, perfect. So I'm going to put this card in here and this card in here. I'm going to lose your cards into the deck. All right, so I'm going to find your cards. Here it goes. Okay, let's see. That's one of your cards, right? That's your card? Okay, perfect. Look, I'm going to find your other card right now. That's your card. Okay, that's good. So okay, so we're going to use these two cards. You, sir, pick another card out. Okay, you got that card? That's perfect. I'm going to lose this card into the deck. There's nothing between these cards. There's nothing special about these cards, right? But look, if I put them together and give it a little squeeze, you see their card's in the middle, right? Your card's in the middle. So now you, sir, pick a card. Take a card out. You got it? That one? Okay. Don't forget it. All right. Sir, did you pick any of these cards? Did you pick any of these cards? No? Okay. Well, I'll tell you what. How about we just use this card right here? Worst switch. But you see, sir, touch a card. That one right there. Look, it turns into your card. Okay, so now that we have that card, you could do... You see what I fucking mean? Do you see what I fucking mean? There's no time to breathe. You did 14 different fucking tricks in less than a minute, and there's no fucking time for anybody to realize or understand what the fuck you did. But had you given the time, you know, for this first initial trick, had you given the fucking time to fucking, you know, have this person pick a card, you do the secret move here, you put this card back in the middle, right? You say, I'm going to put the cards behind my back. Okay, you do that little stupid move, and you say, I think I found your card. With one hand, sir, what's the first time was your fucking card? That was your card? Boom. Give it fucking time. Give it time for that trick to register. That's it. I mean, even that little stupid trick, you give it the right context, you give it the right story, and it becomes a really good trick, but it needs time to breathe. If you jump into another fucking trick right off the bat, you know, nobody's gonna fucking appreciate that, which I think is Matthew Furman's problem. He doesn't give breathing time. But if you see If he gives time to breathe, if he shortens what he does, it'll be fucking good. So there you go. That was a very long-winded explanation for an otherwise very simple concept. Somebody says, dude, that's so obvious. What was so obvious? What was obvious, cunt? I don't know what's so obvious. Nobody teaches stagecraft. Well, I mean, yeah, there are a lot of books that talk about staging and routining and all that. There's a lot of books that talk about that. There's a lot of things that play on that, but it just comes from common sense that I think a lot of people lack. So just think about it. If you're a person that's never seen a card trick before, right? Or you've seen very little card tricks, you are, yeah, it's a great book, Russian Genius. Great fucking book. So if you are pretty much a person that has never seen a card trick, or you've only seen card tricks briefly, you've only seen magic briefly, you have an opportunity to see something, what are you going to do? You're going to fucking, if I feel overwhelmed, there's an analogy here of a atomic bomb that blew up, in a random city, right? You have this atomic bomb, it blows up, you're a survivor, right? So you walk through the street and you see a dead person. You're like, oh my God, this is the worst thing I've ever seen in my entire life. This is fucking awful. I cannot believe this person's dead. Then you walk and you see 2 more people that are dead. You're like, you know what? 2 people are dead. That's fucking awful. This is also the second worst thing I've ever seen. I can't believe these are fucking dead. Then you see 3 people dead. Then you see 4 people dead. Then you see 5 people dead. By the time you become desensitized, by the time you see 5 people, you're going to be desensitized. So, it becomes an issue like that. And I know that's a very morbid example, but you could kind of add that to magic because, you see one trick and you're like, damn, that's the greatest trick I've ever seen in my fucking life. Then you see 2 more tricks and you're like, you already did that. You already found my card. Then you see 3 more tricks in, less time. And you're like, yeah, I know you could find my card. So that's just that. So there you go. That's my opinion on that. My very long-winded opinion. Let's see. Let's see some other comments here that are hot. I have a couple tricks that I haven't found anyone else good credit to. Well, I mean, the thing is that, unfortunately, in Magic, when it comes to, doing stuff, there's always going to be someone else that could fucking, there's always going to be somebody else that pretty much either made similar idea or has something else that you've already done. There's always going to be that somebody else. So it's going to be very hard to find crediting for everything. But, if you've tried your best, that's the good thing about having a community like this or making a good fucking community like this, that you are, you're fucking, you have people that have seen this that are more knowledgeable than you are, that you fucking, you could, hold up, I'm getting distracted by the commentary here. What the fuck? Okay, so what I mean by that is that you have, hopefully my intent here is to make a fat community on YouTube that's full of good, competent magicians that hopefully see this certain style, see this certain idea of crediting, and do want to do the same things themselves. So by doing that, people are knowledgeable, right? So you have people, that are more knowledgeable than you are. So if you put a trick out on YouTube, somebody can tell you where that trick came from, because you've created this community of people that are actually very knowledgeable and know their shit. So that's kind of my intent there. But let me see. Let me see some shit here. Let me see your channel, dog. Let me see your channel here. Let me see your fucking channel. Okay. All right. John Harmon. Subscribe to me. Not Cake Pig. You don't have anything on your channel, dog. You cunt. You don't have shit on your channel. Is this what this is going to turn into? Me roasting people that tell me to check out their fucking channel? I mean, I hope that's what this turns into, because, oh man, I'll wreck assholes here. I want to pay respect, bro. Thanks for all the great content. Thank you, dog. I appreciate that. Genuine hot comment here. Let me see. Please check I have magic. Let's see your shit. Let's see your shit here. Let's see your shit. Okay. Let's see this. Ben Bonderduck. Nice. I like the cinematography there. I like the cinematography, I gotta tell you. Ben Bonderduck, I like it. I mean, I think your cards... No, you're doing it slow. Okay. I was gonna tell you, I think your card work needs work, Ben. Your card work needs work significantly. The way you lit the shot here is fucking phenomenal. I like that, and I like the style you have here. And at least this last video that says Magic June 2017. I mean, yeah, it looks good. I like the piano. I like the lighting is great. You have what it shows me is that you put thought into this. You put thought into the lighting. You put thought into the shot. So that's that. I like that. But I mean, I think obviously the card stuff needs some work, but apart from that, I do like the fact that you're adding a little bit of cinematography to it, which is good shit. You don't see that a lot. But I like the shots. So there you go. Damn, I expected to shit on your shit, but I mean, apart from the card stuff, obviously you want to work on stuff because, I don't think, even though YouTube is kind of a means that anybody could put up any video at any time for whatever reason, when it comes to Magic, at least in my, very shitty fucking perception of it, if you are putting something for people to see, it should be the best you could possibly make it. You get me? So, if you spend more time practicing, you spend more time putting more work on your card slides, then that's when you should, put it on a public platform for other people to look. But, for sure, keep at it. That's the thing, consistency. So, damn, man, I want the shit on your shit. I want the shit on your shit, but I can't. I can't shit on your shit. Let's see. Do I like Jarek 120? Do I like Jarek 120? I want to wrestle Jarek 120. I want to fucking wrestle him. That'd be fucking tight. I would love to wrestle him. Mind you, me not knowing anything about wrestling. But a lot of people shit on his channel. I mean, yeah, he does the cringe shit, but... fucking professional wrestler versus pig cunt. I feel like he focuses more on his wrestling than he does his Magic. And, he had a good opportunity with his channel to really, because he had a lot of people watching his channel. So I feel like he definitely could have taken more of an opportunity. But I feel like he was focusing more on wrestling than that. But, same thing as what I said before. If you're not particularly great at something, I don't think you should put it on YouTube, honestly. And that's not to say that I'm the best at everything, because I'm not. But I think that, Magic is an art, and if you put it up, if you have a 144p shot of, you doing a trick, like, hey, here's my classic pass tutorial. Here's a classic pass tutorial. Alright, so that's the classic pass. Let me see if I could show you how to do it. Yeah, cards in the middle, and you put the finger in it. Let me get it from multiple angles. Okay, now you grab the bottom, and you put it on top. And that's a tutorial. I mean, that's the majority of what I see Magic related on YouTube. That's what I see. Cancer, dude. Fuck, you should definitely put some time. Are you the jerks? What's the jerks? What, I don't know what the jerks is. Please do again. That's funny. So yeah, I don't know what to tell you, but I think that you should treat Magic like an art. Practice, and then worry about putting something on YouTube. I mean, that's what I have to say about that. me see some other shit. Some other shit here. Anything that's good. Thank you for everything. You're a great teacher. Mass respect. Yeah, I mean, I think among the content that I have, I'm glad to at least give a little bit of good, solid advice. So, yeah. Jarek said that magic is only a hobby, like a way to reach his main dream. Yeah, I mean, that's the thing. It's obvious from watching his magic that he's more interested in wrestling. So magic is like a side thing. Wrestling is the main thing. But, I mean, he's a good wrestler from what I've seen. He's a fucking pretty good wrestler. But I think his recent videos, I've cringed way too hard watching his fucking recent videos. Let's see. Other shit. Let me see some other stuff here. Let's see. Shit on my video. I would suck your hand. What did I fucking start? No, what did the other guy? What did you start, you cunt? Let's see this. Card magic. Okay. Okay, let's see. Okay. Okay. I mean, the skill is there. Rasmus, the skill is there. But I don't know how many of these magic compilations I've seen on YouTube. I don't know if you get what I mean. That I've seen these compilations done to music about 1,000 times. Like 1,000 times. So there's nothing that really makes yours stand out from other people's. You know, that's not to say anything on your skill level. I mean, obviously you seem to be good. You have a good color change here. Let me see this one. You have a good ace production. Let's see. You're doing some sort of some snap deal change here. Let's see. Yeah. Well, okay. You have the cancer hand there, but no, dude. I could tell that you've at least spent a good amount of time practicing your shit. But at the same time, I feel like looking at your channel, looking at the videos that you've put up, it's the same as pretty much 1,000 other videos that I've seen. So you have to do something to differentiate yourself from other people. But your skill level's there. I don't know what you're filming on, but it's good quality. Your lighting is there. So I think if you focus on something to make yourself stand out, then you have a good thing. So that's pretty much what I have to say about your shit. Again, I was expecting to watch your channel and shit on it, but I see that you have somewhat good skill. Your magic is there, but at the same time, you just want to, you want to make sure that you are aware that there's thousands of videos like that. So find something to stand out, and I'm sure you'll fucking do well on this. But damn, man, good. I like you did a color change there. That was pretty nice. So there you go. That's me trying to shit on your channel and not shitting. Brian giving me a hot dollar. A hot dollar. Hot dollar. Thank you. Let's see what you said here. Oh, I have to check out the jerks. Oh, that's fucking hysterical. That's hysterical. Is it like the Jinx? Like, is he shitting on the Jinx name? And that's why it's called the jerks? What a piece of shit. Yeah, I got it. I'll check it out. I'll check it out right now, as a matter of fact. Let me replace this fucking Jabrizi video. The jerks. And it's anonymous? Yeah, that's funny. Wow, that's actually fucking funny. Yeah, this is something I would do. That is something I would do. So it would make sense that you would think that I would do that. But no, unfortunately, I'm not that intelligent to make up like an actual magic thing. The most I could do is just make shitty cunt magic tutorials on YouTube. Oh my god. Let me fucking see this. I'm not a Samoan prostitute. Alright, dude. What the fuck? Let me, when is the next magician roast coming up? That's funny. I mean, I don't know. There's a couple people that I want to shit on in terms of magic, but it's just, you know, I don't want to. I would love them to notice, man. I would really love them to notice, and I think that in my position right now, if I make a video like the Evan Era video, he's not gonna watch it, and I would love for him to watch it, and he's not going to, because unfortunately, I am still kind of a smaller channel, so it's not gonna be, you know, it's not gonna be something that's that they'll see. If I get my channel big enough so that people could actually see my shit, then yeah, I'll do a lot more of those shitting on those videos. Let me see, the guy before. It says the guy before. No, the guy needs to watch his shit before he posts. Lamau, who? Which guy, Senna? Which guy are you talking about? I don't know who you're talking about. Oh, JoJo's ASMR. Oh my fucking god. I think I've seen that. I'm about to check out some ASMR channels here. I'm about to do the ASMR magic challenge right now. That's all they are. Let me see. JoJo's ASMR. Oh my fucking god. I'm an 18-year-old that's been missing a lot of sleep. Oh my god. 40 minutes and 70 new triggers. ASM. Oh, fucking kill me, dude. What the fuck? Holy shit. This has 70,000 views. This video of this motherfucker shaking a salt shaker. He's shaking a salt shaker, and it has 70,000 views. What the fuck? Card magic. Let's see. He's doing card magic. 2 hours of card magic. 225. And my little butt hurt that this guy has 225,000 views for doing card. What? Oh shit.
Well, we don't know which one could be the first, second, third, fourth.
Oh fuck, dude. What the fuck is this? What this for context. This is what I'm watching. This is what the fuck? Holy shit. That's yeah, that's definitely a hot one, dog. And by hot one I mean that's fucking... I want to kill myself after watching that. Thank you. I don't understand what the appeal of that is, honestly. Like, why would somebody want to have somebody whisper in your fucking ear while doing card tricks? Why would anybody want that? Hey, sir. That's your card. You got it? All right. I'm going to lose your card into the deck. Here it goes. Here it goes, sir. Your card's now lost in the deck. Is that your card? That's not the card. Ha! I fucked up. That's funny. I can't fuck. What the fuck is that? What's the appeal of that? I guess people describe ASMR as brain tickling or some shit. Yeah, but like, what, dude, just fucking do this to your head. Do this to your fucking... What do you... I don't understand. Especially card... Like, how annoying is this? How annoying is this shit? How annoying is this? You ready? Yeah, here. That what? Are you fucking serious right now? Are you hard? Hold up, look, wait for it. Are you hard yet? Are you fucking... Some people are fucking weird. I gotta tell you. My hard-on is that even harder. Instant boner. That's fucking funny. Yeah, people are fucking weird. People are definitely fucking weird. Do I have any last? Because I think 2 hours and 14 minutes. Unless people have some hot questions here that I could definitely answer. Because I feel like I've gone on for way longer than I wanted to. I don't do gigs, dude. I don't do gigs. I mean, for me, magic is obviously, it's not just my hobby, but you know, it's. But I'm not a professional magician. Fortunately and unfortunately. Show your face. I will not show my face. I think that's one of the appeals of my channel is the lack of face showing. What is let's see, what is your view on gimmicks? I don't like using gimmicks. I really don't. I like a good deck. You know, you could pick up, you could fucking do whatever you want with it. But I don't like using gimmicks or making gimmicks for the, you know, I just like being able to have a deck and either setting it up in little time or having a trick that doesn't require gimmicks. So I'm not really a huge fan of that. Fuck you. I'm not pro bullshit. I don't know what you mean by that. I don't know what you mean by I'm not pro bullshit. Like, will Pig Cake ever show us face? Well, I already mentioned this. I mean, my inspiration for making this channel is pretty much a combination of You Suck at Cooking and this mag. So neither of them show their face, and I think there's something, you know, there's something interesting about not showing your face on camera, you know. So I rather not, and I won't. So all the people saying show your face, I'm not gonna do that, dog. I just think that there's something to it. There's something, you know, special about that. So yeah, I actually have a dick face. My face looks like a dick. So unfortunately, I'm not gonna do that. Just because that's the idea that I had for this channel from the start, and I don't want to shit on that idea. So yeah. So unfortunately not. And it's not because of the cunt jokes, and I'm afraid of people. Because of the maybe perceived racism that I'm afraid of people, you know, saying shit or talking shit. You know, I prefer it like that. So, yeah, it's like Penn and Teller. It's like the Teller gig. It's my Teller gag. Let's see. Some other hot shits that I can answer before I dip. It says, why don't you do anything else besides tutorials? I do. On the channel, as a matter of fact. If you look hard enough, you'll find a Crystal Pepsi review, which I think is one of my favorite videos. If you look hard enough, you'll find, a video. For example, the Red Bone. That's a hot video. What if Red Bone was a magic trick? That's not a tutorial, dog. So there you go. Can you dab? Curls of Awesome. Are you in 6th grade? Are you in the 6th grade? I'm just curious. Curls of Awesome. I want to I want to generally know that. Are you in this? Are you serious? No, you're not. You're not kidding. You're kidding right now. Are you in this? Are you in? How old are you? Curls of Awesome. How old are you? I'm very curious to know how old are you, Curls of Awesome. Let me look at your channel and let me see how old you are based on your channel. Assuming that you do have your likes. Oh, you do have your liked videos. You do have your liked videos shown here. Hey, you are in 6th grade. Oh no, you are in 7th grade from what it looks like here. I could tell. I could tell. And you are subbed to Logan Paul. You fucking motherfucker. You're telling me to dab. Dog, you're telling me to dab. And you're subscribed to Leafy is here. What the fuck are you doing telling me to dab, dog? Let's see who you're subscribed to here, man. You got a sub to Leafy. Keemstar, I appreciate. Alright, I appreciate. You got Illusionist, alright, whatever. Logan Paul, dude. Logan Paul vlogs. What's the appeal of Logan Paul? Do you enjoy cancerous videos? Is that what you like? Or it's because you're in the 6th grade, so that's why you like it. Let's see who else You got, let's see your other. Russian Genius, what's up? You got a sub here. You got a sub here in Curls of Awesome. Pig Kick, I got a sub here. Hester, he has a sub. Card Shuffler. Joe, you talking all this shit about JoJo's ASMR. It seems like you are subbed here, Curls. My boy, you're subbed here to JoJo's ASMR. Does it get your dick hard? Is that what it does? Let's see. You got 52 cards. You got a lot of ASMR here. This guy talking shit. You talking shit, and then you looking at Leafy's here. You talking shit, but you're watching Leafy's here. Fuck, telling me to dab. Go watch Nightcore Reality, cunt. Let's see what we got here. Let me see if I can answer anything else before I dip. Let's see if there's anything else. I'm looking later here. Are you Kyle Eschen? Kyle Eschen. I don't know who that is. I've heard the name Kyle Eschen. Let me see. Kyle Eschen. I'm for real then. That's funny. Kyle Eschen. Oh, fuck. I love Kyle Eschen. That's who it is. He's like that guy. I wish I was fucking Kyle Eschen. I fucking wish I was him. Nah, I'm not him. I would suck his dick if he was here. That guy kills me. He's fucking phenomenal. Let me see. Tits or ass? I'm an ass guy all the way. Is magic a side thing for you? Do you do something else? Well, I want it to be the main thing for me right now. I want magic on YouTube to be a main thing. Which is why I've tried to make videos every day, which is why I'm trying to do this shit. But, it's not currently, but I want it to be. Let me see some other shit. Kyle Eschen is godly. Yeah, he's fucking amazing. Kyle Eschen is fucking amazing. The thing is that he does, what does he do? He does classic magic. He does the same shit everybody else has done for years. But what the fuck does he do differently? He does his things differently. He's a dry piece of shit magician. That's the difference. He found his own way to do it, and he's fucking doing it, and I'm fucking glad for him. So, yeah, I wish I was Kyle Eschen. Let's see. Can you pressure a huge fan? I don't think I can. I don't think I can do a pressure fan. You know what? Next video. My next tutorial, I'll do it ASMR. I'll do the entire thing ASMR. I'll do an ASMR magic tutorial. Is that good? Smash the button if you want to see an ASMR magic tutorial. I'll do it just to fucking shit on it. Let's see how many dislikes I get because of that. Let's see. Yeah, I don't care if you give me a like or not. I'll do it anyways. I'm gonna shit on it. There you go. That's a pressure. Big fan. There you go. I don't know who asked. David, there you go. Yeah, I've told people I'm a teacher. Yeah, I've told people. That's nothing to hide. For a second, I thought you said, I don't ignore this if you don't want to answer, but if you told everyone you're a teacher, I thought you said teller, if I was a teller. Like fucking Penn and Teller. I'd suck my own dick if I was teller. What's the shittiest experience you've had at work? Most of it. Most of it was shitty. Well, I mean, to be honest, it wasn't the kids that were ever shitty. I used to teach Joshua. There's a video that explains what happened on the channel. But I love the kids and I love teaching. I just hate the administration, if I have to be honest. So another reason not to show my face. Let's see. But I do have a video that explains it called Got Fire Tutorial. I think I put it unlisted. I'll list it again. Let's see. If there's some hot shit. What's your take on the invisible deck? I think that it's I'm not a fan of it. It's a gimmick deck. It's a gaff deck. And usually I like to find different ways to do it on... Oh, that's funny. I got a bunch of likes after I said I was going to do an ASMR video on ASMR. Fucking kill me. I forgot what I was saying. I was saying some stupid shit, I'm sure. Oh, invisible deck. Yeah, I don't like gaff tricks, so I'll stick away from that. Hosted by Scam School. That's funny. Hey, Russian Genius, you got a guy here watching your vlogs. It says, yo, post more vlogs. They're dope. Hey. Boom. There you go. Got some. Look at that. You're getting some street cred here in the pig cake channel. Let's see what it says here. My favorite magician, Curls. You're back. You're back. My favorite magician is Jeff Sheridan. Jeff Sheridan. Sorry, Jeff Sheridan. Fuck. Jeff Sheridan is my favorite magician. Just because, you know, he's the one that kind of got me into that fucking, he's the one that got me into magic based on just one picture, and then I looked at his own shit. So, yeah, I'm a big fan of Jeff Sheridan. He's the one that taught, he's the one that taught Jeff McBride how to do the whole fucking, this whole bullshit. This whole shit, the whole card manipulation. He's the one, he is, from my understanding, the one that taught him. I can't fucking do it. But he's the one that taught Jeff McBride how to do his shit. So he's one of my favorite magicians. If not my favorite magician. So let me look further down here to see if there's anything hot. Invisible deck, I already talked about that. Some other shit. Let's see. The fuck? Magic Murray. I don't know who Magic Murray is. Is he the Murray Shell, whatever this fucking name is? Sure. Yeah, there you go. Sawshuck.
Hey, it's Magic Murray. We're here.
Jesus Christ.
Keep watching. You'll likely see the
Jesus fucking Christ. Well, to be honest, just looking at his first video, I already hate him. But no, I've seen his shit before. I know he's very skilled. But I think if you call yourself a celebrity magician, you are a cunt. You are a definite cunt if you call yourself a celebrity magician. Because what the fuck is that? Are you a magician for celebrities? Are you a magician that is a celebrity? Like, what the fuck is that? What is a celebrity magician? I mean, I could be a celebrity magician, right? I guess. I could call myself, I'm a celebrity magician. I don't fucking understand. Like, what is the official standard for a celebrity magician? He has two different channels too. He has Murray Sawchuck. And then he has Magic Murray, where he does the fucking Evan era bullshit. Oh my fucking god. Thank you, whoever fucking recommended this guy. Jesus. Yeah, fuck. What the fuck? Alright, thank you, dude. I appreciate watching that. I'm watching, for you don't know what's happening, I'm watching Magic Murray here. And he's pretty much Evan era. But I guess more skilled. Because I think Murray Sawchuck is actually a competent magician that does, you know, he's good at magic. But he's, you know, the videos he's doing here are fucking Evan era videos. Holy shit. Fucking A. Even Matthew Furman calls himself a celebrity magician. Does he? No way. Matthew Furman. There's no way this guy calls himself a celebrity magician. For who? He ran into like fucking. He ran into John Goodman at Subway and he did a fucking trick and now he's a celebrity magician. No, it doesn't say celebrity magician anywhere here. Oh, it does on his fucking channel. Holy shit. Yeah, you're right. I guess all it takes is for you to do a fucking a trick for a celebrity in a line at Starbucks, and you're a celebrity magician. Holy shit. That's fucking nuts. Let me see some of the hot shit. It's in his intro. Yeah, what the fuck? Even Paul Daniels didn't call himself a celebrity magician. Yeah, because Paul Daniels is not full of shit. Paul Daniels is not full of shit. I mean, yeah, he was kind of, he was very, what do you call this? Passionate, I guess. Strongly worded, Paul Daniels. But, yeah, dude, how the fuck does that even mean what does that even mean, dude? Limerick. Yeah, there once was a man from Nantucket. His dick was so long he could suck it. One day he sat on his chin and said with a grin, if my ear was a cunt, I would fuck it. Hot video. You should check it out. Man from Nantucket. That's some classic pig cake shit. That's some old school pig. And by old school, I mean a year ago pig cake shit. So you're welcome. You're our favorite celebrity magician. I want to die. Juan Tamariz opinion. I fucking love Juan Tamariz. I love watching his old videos. I would love to meet Juan Tamariz and shake his old man hand at least once. But he's one of my favorite fucking magicians. That's for fucking sure. He has a very Spanish style, which is very pattern driven. But he's fucking nuts. I love him. He's definitely one of my other favorite magicians. Let's see. I'm wetter than the Mariana Trench. That's you just make a fucking geography reference. You fucking. Let's see. Discord. What about Discord? That's a hot magic community right there. The Discord for pig cake. They are very, very vocal. I read it. I don't chat on it a lot, but I do read it. I read most of it, and it's really funny the shit they talk about. So I like it. So yeah. Are you accepting donations only in dick? I'm accepting donations only in hot dick. That's that. I mean, yeah. Let's see. Pig Alert. Yeah, I should have a Drama Alert competitor called Pig Alert now that Scarce is fucking dead. Or I don't even know where he is. Where the fuck is Scarce, dude? That guy's been gone. Let me see. And I was talking to Curls. Okay, dude. Oh, I thought you were talking to me. Well, fuck you, cunt. Fuck. Have you ever heard of John Jacques Sandberg? Yeah, he's fucking great. He has a DVD set that I bought years and years ago with L&L Publishing. That's fucking nuts. He does Coins Across. That's great. He does a really good. He has a trick that's like it's what do you call this? It is a fucking. It's like a jazz routine where he has somebody pick a card and then he does a pass to get that shit to the top. And then, he does it with misdirection. He does a number of good routines. He has a signed card in like Babybel cheese or some shit that's fucking phenomenal. But, he's fucking great, JJ Sandberg. GIF. It's GIF. That's how you say it. Not Jif, like the peanut butter. It's fucking GIF. The fuck out of here, dude. If you say Jif, I don't care if the owner of the guy who made it said it's called Jif. It's pronounced Jif. It's GIF, dude. There's a G there. There's an I. There's an F. It's GIF. Do I pronounce? Fucking. Let's see. Let me pronounce words how I want them to, as opposed to how they're spelt. Fuck. GIF. GIF. Let's see. I could probably show. You know what? I have not. This I don't think went. I don't think a lot of people have seen this video, but I have a color change that I was just practicing again. That is one of my. It looks fucking good. From this angle, it's gonna look like shit. Let me see if I can stand up. But this underrated, dude. There's a color change that I put on the channel. It's a double color change. So you're changing these two cards. Obviously, this is a really bad angle, but check that video out. It's in an Ace production. It's a color change that you're changing these two cards. This is obviously a really bad angle, but if you're seeing it from top down, from pretty much most angles, it's a fucking good color change, dog. So I'm gonna link the video up, but I do it in the context of an Ace routine. Look that shit up. Let me look that motherfucker up and link it here. But I know I put that, and I did not. I didn't. I put it a long time ago, so I don't know if people have seen it. But to quote the celebrity magician, that's a hot one. And yeah, the G is for graphics. Fuck, it's graphic interchange format, right? Is that what it stands for? Is that what it fucking stands for? I think that's what it stands for. But let me see. Color change, color change, color change. It might be this one. Let me see if I'm right.
So for this, you can have a card picked.
Yeah, boom, right here. This is a good one. I don't know why I just thought of this trick. But that's a hot one. Let me see. Let me see if there's anything hot here. Cocking in a trap house. Alright, dude. Do you play games? The only game I've been playing recently is Hollow Knight. And I'm fucking wanting to punch a hole through a goddamn wall playing Hollow Knight. Let's see. So yeah, I just linked that. That's fucking hot shit. I don't know what's happening. Nice thought of card trick. Well, the thing is that you can make any trick a thought of card trick. And there's a fucking hot this project right here. Let me link it here. There's a fucking video that's, let me see if I could link it without getting my shit fucked here. This right here, there's a fucking any card at any number here. That's fucking amazing. In that DVD, in that download, there's a fucking any card at any number there. That's fucking phenomenal. If you do it with a peak card, it's fucking hot shit. So check that out. I want to donate some dick, dog. That's let's see. Pig Cake is Miss Piggy. Yeah, I'm fucking Miss Piggy. I'm fucking Miss Piggy, dog. Let me see if there's some hot shit. I'm gonna answer a couple more, and then I'm gonna get the blue as fuck out of here. And by blue as fuck, let's see. My girlfriend is Miss Piggy. That's fucked up. That's fucked up, dog. Teaches some deck stacking. I didn't really practice a lot of deck stacking. I mean, there's the standard overhand shuffle stackings. You know, these fucking ones that you stack with the number of cards. I know there's a couple of riffle stacking techniques that I read about and I have practiced a little bit in expert card technique, but nothing ever too crazy. You know, just standard top card. You know, you want to get it fourth from the top, so you're gonna shuffle 2 cards on top of that, and then shuffle 2 more cards on top of that. You know, then give it a false cut. You know, that whole shit. But it's never any sort of specific super false shuffles or super fucking riffle stacking that I really practice. But I don't think there's a necessity for it unless you're doing like gambling style tricks, and even then there's easier ways to do it. but it's the standard shit. Like I don't think to set the deck up like those tricks that require perfect pharaohs. I'll stick away from that shit. I mean, there's some people that are phenomenal at that, but I'll stick away from that. The trick is like, if the trick starts, okay, so now you cut the deck exactly in half and do 2 perfect pharaohs to the cards. Okay, great. Now you're going to do a left-handed Jewish credential and make sure that, no, I'm going to fuck that shit up. So, yeah, that's that. I'll answer 2 more and then I'll probably dip. Let me see. So, I don't know how to do... Well, there's the super chat, but that's fucking weird. Super chat is weird. I do have a... Let me just shill. I'm gonna shill this hard as fuck. There you go, shilling. Patreon.com/pigcake, which I'm glad it takes that. But I put really hot tricks there. Not to say that I don't put hot tricks on YouTube. But the tricks that I would ordinarily selfishly keep to myself, I put on Patreon. Just because I think that it's worth, people dropping a hot dollar or whatever they want to drop for it. But the thing about me not being a super cunt is that on Patreon, it's open to every tier. So even if you drop $1, you could still watch all the videos. So it really depends on what you think my shit's worth, the stuff there. So I put a trick... I'm probably going to put one of my most favorite tricks, or one of my more favorite tricks next week. But, there you go. That's some hot shit. But yeah, because I don't think, if it's not to say that I'm not putting hot shit on this channel, but there's some things that I think require at least more serious, like you're willing to put like a monetary investment on that for you to watch those. And I think it's those tricks. So, check that out if you haven't gotten. Hey, dog. Brian Vila with another hot dollar. That's going to go into a Coke. Thank you, sir. I appreciate it. But yeah, so that's, again, the Patreon is just as a way to kind of compensate for the YouTube thing being fucking hysterically fun. The YouTube fucking system being fun. That's why I have it. And I think that on that, there's definitely some good quality tricks on there that I've put. I mean, it's, at least in my opinion, I think the tricks that I put there are worth it. So it really depends on your style, but those are my favorite ones, the ones that I put there. So that's the shilling portion. Let's see. Let me look here. I'm gonna answer 2 more. I know I said this before. Answer 2 more questions, and then dipping. Let's see. Take a shot every time Pigger says hot shit. That's funny. that's fucking hysterical. Can you spit some bars? No, dude. I'm not nearly black enough to spit bars. So unfortunately. Let me see. How to go back when you're black. That's fucked. Opinion on Blue Memento Moris. I don't have any opinion on them, dude. That's the Ramsey ordeal. I mean, I'm not Ramsey. I'm not Chris Ramsey, clearly. But that's his own shit. I don't understand his whole deal with that, but that's his beef. I don't have any beef with that. Let me see if there's some other hot stuff. Tips for creating your own tricks. Yeah, I could talk about that. So when it comes to creating your own shit, really, you don't want to force creativity, because when you try to force yourself to be creative, you're never going to go anywhere, especially when it comes to magic. You can't just force it. So, when it comes to coming up with tricks and coming up with ideas, it's just whatever is the simplest for you. Usually, a lot of tricks tend to be made by a person for themselves, right? They'll come up. Very few magicians come up with tricks for other people unless they're professional consultants. So when it comes to making tricks, think about what suits your needs. What suits your needs in terms of what you can actually do. and try to go about that way. So of course you need to have a fucking amazing, not an amazing, but you need to have a good, knowledge base of Magic. So know the basics, know how to control a card, know about pinky breaks, know double lifts, know passes, know all these stuff, because in that way you could broaden your horizons in terms of what you can do. But in terms of what can make you creative, just think about different ways to approach stuff. Just think about different ways to approach an ambitious card. Think about different ways you could approach, like turn it on its head. So for example, what if the card is face up? Right, just to give you an idea. I know Rodney Reyes in his first DVD has a good face-up ambitious card, but just to give you an example, what if, for example, you're doing a trick like, what if you're doing the ambitious card trick, but you're trying to do a card trick, but a card keeps getting in the way, right? So then you have a reason to get into the ambitious card. You have an annoying card that keeps coming to the top. You put it in your pocket and it goes to the deck. And then finally you rip up the ambitious card, and then the ambitious card ends up being the card that they picked in the beginning that you're trying to do the trick with. And the ambitious card ends up being healed or some shit like that. It's just a shitty idea coming off from the top of my head. But you see that just trying to turn things under end, that's pretty much where my creativity comes from, and that's where creativity for tricks come. So just try to think of a classic, think of something that's already been done, and think of different ways to do it, and think of different ways just to turn it on its head. So I hope that helped a little bit in terms of creativity. But I mean, that's a really good trick that I just thought of. An ambitious card, right? You're trying to do a trick. So you're trying to do a trick. You're like, oh, I'm going to find your card, sir. But then throughout the trick, there is a card that keeps jumping to the top that is not their card. Maybe a joker, right? So, it's fucking joker. Put that in the middle, come to the top. So the ambitious card gets in the way. That's a fucking hot trick. Shit. I just gave myself a good idea. So, yeah, that's hot. That's a good one. Let's see if there's anything else here. I think last question, and then I'll dip. Let's see. He already said no to face reveal. Cons, thank you. Mr. I can't produce your name. I'm going to steal it now. Steal it, dog. You could live until you die. There you go. Let me see. Pick Cake, your sweater is dope. Thank you, dog. I hope if you've bought it, I hope you appreciate it. It's a hot sweater. I like the pink ones a lot more. Guys typically don't wear pink because they're like all fucking afraid that people might think their dick size is smaller. But I think the pink ones with the eyes are super hot. So let me answer one last question and then I'll go. I saw something on Evan Era. Fuck that guy. Just fuck. Again, my goal in YouTube, my goal in fucking YouTube is to be big enough that Evan Era notices me and notices how much I fuck him. So there you go. That's my goal on YouTube. It's not to fucking, oh, I want to get a lot of subs. I want Evan Era to notice me on YouTube. I want to be I want to get like enough subscribers so that he fucking notices my ass and notices how much he's shitting on Magic. So let's see. So, okay, yeah, last question. Performance anxiety. I've already mentioned, as far as anxiety goes, I think the more you practice something, the more likely you are to be nervous when doing something like that. But in terms of just getting over it, you need to realize that it's a fucking trick, dude. It's a fucking magic trick. It doesn't matter. If you mess up, it's a trick, right? What you've done is that you've done something different than somebody else. So if you've done, let's say you get a card. Let's say you're doing a card trick, right? You get a card and you trying to control it to the top and you don't control it to the top. You fucked up. Whatever. play with it, roll with the punches. You learn from your mistakes. You learn from having that anxiety. You learn things of what not to do and what things to do. So when it comes to magic in itself and anxiety, you got to realize in the end of the day, it's a fucking card trick. And if you thought that you controlled that card to the top, sometimes you might have accidentally controlled it somewhere else, And from there, you could do something to come up with, like, if you missed a card, a good option. For some people, is an invisible deck. For me, I'll do, for example, Whack Your Pack. Paul Harris's Whack Your Pack, that you don't need to know what the card is or where it is. Just things like that. So pretty much when it comes to performance anxiety, just try to figure out, obviously practice your stuff, obviously know your stuff well, but at the same time, know that at the end of the day, it's a fucking card trick. So it's not the end if you fuck it up. So that's some hot shit. I think I'm going to end it there at the 250 mark there. So yeah, that's hot. I appreciate all the people watching this shit. Do all the things that people do. Do all the things that people do. I think when it comes to this shit, people tend to smash certain buttons. I think. I don't know. People tend to do that. What else do people do? Oh yeah, they check out Patreons. I think people do that. Hashtag shill. People do that. So check that out. P.O. Box, I guess. I mean, I do want to make a bad unboxing video, so that I think will be interesting to see what people send. What else do people typically do? I think that's it. That's all people typically do on fucking YouTube. But I hope you enjoyed it. I'm going to archive this for a while, for a little bit. And I'm going to go figure out ways on how to stick my penis in a Coke can and be able to take it out and not accidentally circumcise my own dick, because that's not good. Don't want to circumcise your own dick. So there you go. Thank you guys.